Cool. All right, here we go.
And then I don't know what like synthetics you just use for that little, but it
It's some sort of arpeggiator. An arpeggio, you just basically go up and down the scale, and then I kind of played around with it. Little arpeggiator solo.
really quiet or muffled or something. I don't know.
He is really cool. I was getting ready to turn him up.
Turn up!
Turn up for what?
He has his hidden in his
That's
short
much
pocket.
Nope, I made sure I had the right microphone.
The right earbud in.
Yeah.
Been there, done
A
that.
little
All right.
closer now if it helps.
Yeah. Sorry, had to readjust sounds. Okay, here we go.
Look at Josh repping us like a classy motherfucker. Oh, I saw something, Josh, that reminded me of you when you had your beard out. I'm gonna try to find it real quick.
While we're at the beginning of this, dude, my old boss texted me a little bit back and was like, "Hey, one of my team members saw you at a Fall of Troy concert." And I was like, I doubt that because I wasn't there. Sadly, I wanted to go. And he sent me the picture of this dude who literally just had like glasses and a big beard, but straight up looked homeless and was like, yeah, it looks just like you. And I was like, can't tell if you're making a joke or not, but if you're not making a joke, I'm going to drive to Tallahassee, Florida and kick your ass.
It sounds like him. I don't mind.
Zakora and Vikora.
I don't mind him, but you cannot. He's one of those people you cannot tell if he's being a shithead or if he's joking. Sometimes he's doing both.
Yes.
Ooh. No, so. I can spill some tea about that later. Services took some fucking blows last week.
Bro, I don't want to get into this right now, but I heard about one of the people who got fired and then consequently their team lead got ceremoniously discharged or unceremoniously discharged. And I was like, what? So I don't know if you heard about that one.
Well, they've lost their, top three. Like the top three rungs of the ladder just went bloop, bloop, bloop. It is what it is. I'm not services. It doesn't matter. We're getting ready to start. I'm going to unpause this recording now.
I had it going the whole time. We're going to use this later.
Everyone, welcome back. Just more to cut. Thank you for coming to Spelljammer 998, session 39. Almost to the big 40, my friends. If we make it to 45, that would be interesting. A nice even number, but a man can dream. Last week on Spelljammer, we recapped the 3-week period of downtime you guys had before the ceremony where House Cannith was going to present their finished Autognome crews to House Orion and House Lyander. Y'all did quite a few things throughout that 3 weeks. I should have made this a bulleted list and I didn't, and that's okay. You guys told Sly what you found. You fill him in on the situation. You gave him as much information as you could without talking about the Orrery or A1. You also put a down payment on MANTIS HQ to attempt to keep it in your possession. Cade also broke up with Sly for you guys, which you all seem to enjoy. And then during the down weeks, Cade went about kind of taking up a position as y'all's spy master. Began to fortify MANTIS HQ. How would you say this? With enchantments that are y'all's and not the Royal Eyes. Started scrubbing away the bugs, we would call them nowadays, and the wiretaps and things like that. You guys, Demos did a lot of enchanting, enchanted several things. Echo got a new bow, Randy got his revolver upgraded, Drix and Randy both made some dazzle, so they made some ammunition. Drix put some dazzle on his mithril Githka to make it even more potent. You guys collectively spent a lot of the time putting up a big old pinup board, a cork board of papers and notes, and deciphering a lot of the paperwork you took from the unknowable one. You guys got several things out of that. Probably, just like that. It's exactly what's going on in my head. I don't know which one of you is that character, but that's exactly what I'm envisioning. where you guys found out, essentially, to try to put this in the shortest form, that the Unknowable One did. Oh, we found that out scrying. You guys found out that the Unknowable One was using or had been sent the Starspawn emissaries that you guys killed, who knew how to make these void spears. You learned that they are created by either taking a planet or a whole wild space system and crunching them down into these spears. After some scrying, before and after this, Demos did some scrying in the crystal ball. Y'all scryed on Yapoth and learned that he's apparently threatening a House Lander captain, that he's apparently on a Spelljammer or an airship or something of that nature. And then in a later scrying session, Demos was able to scry on the Unknowable One for the first time. I sent you guys a picture of this very desiccated, creepy-looking Mind Flayer thing, and Demos was able to see in the background a larger Void Spear, Roman stuff, that you guys were able to eventually determine he's likely going to use as some sort of weapon to collapse the Storm of Sibberies. After getting most of this information, you guys went back to the warehouse to talk to Vera. And you spent a good bit of time talking amongst yourselves and with Vera about what you were going to do. As one of the notes you found was that Yapoth was in charge of essentially stealing anything that even vaguely represented Voidforge. Autongnomes being the closest thing. What's up, dude? The Autongnomes being the closest thing. So you guys spent a solid hour last session trying to figure out how you guys wanted to prepare for that. You wanted to not even take the Autongnomes to the ceremony, but Vera expressed that since they had agreements with the other houses, that could be difficult. You did this 4 days out, we had decided. So it is the 3rd of Aryth. So I will start you on that same day. You do have 4 days before the ceremony. You guys are still in Vera's warehouse, and maybe just finished or in the middle of kind of discussing how y'all wanted to do this. Questions, comments, shenanigans, tomfoolery, bitching. Looking at you, Nicola.
I would like to do a glyph of warding on the stage sometime before we take our long rest.
Okay.
You want me to drop that?
So you want to do it this evening? Because you get a long rest tonight.
Yes. By the way, is this the longest track in the world, or is it somehow on repeat? Here.
There's a joke here somewhere.
10 minutes long.
10 minutes long.
Not the longest track.
It is the longest track. How wide is that?
Longest track.
We've
not unprepared. God damn it.
We've converted to a hyper-realistic D&D campaign. You have to start this song anytime you want to ritual cast something, and then you're incapacitated until it's over.
You know what? I'll take it.
Yikes, that would be interesting.
Sure,
He LARPing to a new level.
10 minutes.
Oh, why did it roll 1,000 dice? Jesus Christ.
What'd you do?
What the fuck? I cast Glyph of Warding for 27 damage, apparently. Oh, because it does do a thing. That's way more than 5d8. What the fuck is that?
There's probably some stuff mixed in there.
No, it
Yeah,
says
it's not
5d.
supposed to be all 5 of those damage types. It can only pick
Yeah.
one. 132 damage? That sounds right, Devin. Let's just go with that.
I see you can only pick one, but it rolls all of them? That's dumb. It doesn't ask you to pick one and then just roll that dice? That's dumb. Roman stuff.
And they're all the
You
same
better
damage.
was
You can roll the damage and then pick the dice. Pick the...
roll the
Yeah,
dice and pick the damage. Yeah.
Anywhere. So it takes an hour.
Did it at 1 hour touch. Instance powder diamonds, yada yada. Tell us triggered.
I will take off that 200 gold. That.
No larger than 10 feet in diameter.
The surface is moved. Oh. The glyph can cover an area.
Okay.
I'm not doing like an entire stage. Can we see the stage? Or is it has to
I sent you a picture of it. I'm getting ready to 1 second. I'm gonna draw a little circle so you can see just how, just how big 10 feet is. Let me make double sure I didn't cheat you now. This is about 10 feet. Yeah. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Fitness?
I'm not putting you on the stage yet. You'll see. I got you.
I gotcha. Essentially, I want to put like, so A1 up front. We're doing the multiple illusions on him to where there's 3 of them. I forget which spell that is. But then under one of the fake ones, preferably the middle one if we can, putting that to where if a hostile creature enters that zone, that it goes boom.
Okay. Hold on a second. It's loading now. I don't know why my computer is having trouble today with some things. Task manager. So there, you see that little circle I drew? That would be 10 feet.
So if we did the mirror image thing on A1, would he have to be in the middle for that, or?
You talking about on the front stage?
Yes. Essentially, I want to put
Yeah.
this
How
under
far?
one-
How far away? How far away can those be? The mirror images from him. Does it say?
I don't think I'm the one casting this spell.
I was about to say, y'all are talking about several spells here. Are you still going to use the one to make a bunch of them that only lasts 10 minutes?
Yes. And my plan is to have it look like the stage like opens up and they rise from the floor after the ceremony starts. I'm gonna ask Vera if she could somehow get something ready for the others to do the same.
The problem with mirror image, apparently, I didn't realize, it's 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions. So,
I
if the
could
real-
do the illusion to make the actual the sentient autognomes. It would just have to be a little closer together, which I don't think would be a deal breaker. But
Do have minor illusion to help in anything if y'all need it.
what I'm thinking is,
It sounds like How long does minor illusion last? So can I assume that as y'all continue to plan that you're talking to Vera as well?
they were plotting with her. My goal is
That's
to make
all.
the illusory sentient autognomes and then put the glyph of warding underneath it, using the illusion to cover it. Actually, I think it's invisible to anybody but me. Here's I choose.
So you can see how they're arranged, on that front stage there. They're pretty far spread apart, so they're almost 20 feet apart on either
I'm
side.
going to tell her
Uh,
to keep them safe. We're going to need them closer together. So they would be with a 20-foot, I think it's a 20-foot cube I can do. So there'd be one 10 feet over, there'd be one more, and 10 feet over, there'd be one more. So they'd be a little closer together, but I don't think that would compromise the,
and
presentation.
that's mirror image.
I think you're thinking of it's major.
I'm saying
image.
major illusion.
Yeah.
Major illusion. Okay. She would ask if you could do that for the whole length of the ceremony.
Say no. I would raise it from the stage, you would reveal them as it were, and give you have the regular autognomes there that can look the part, and then when you want to show off what makes these special, I can make them appear to rise from the bottom of the stage, and then if anybody were to try to pounce on them, they would get a nasty surprise.
Mm. You can see she looks really conflicted. She says, but there will be several speakers. There's going to be quite a bit of time spent at the ceremony. I worry that you wouldn't be able to hold the spell long enough.
Well, my goal is to not have them out the entire ceremony. Have your speakers, and then when you or your I forget your boss, what's its name?
Thiles.
Thiles to Cannith, when he makes the final announcement or whatever, to reveal them then. And then this way, if anything pounces on them, we can keep them safe. Keep the real ones safe.
I can ask him. I can talk to him, but he may not agree.
First,
The houses are expecting them all on the stage. We've told them they will all be on the stage. We can do our best to renege on our promises, but it's not up to me what he decides.
well, to keep them safe, I think, is our number one priority, more than appeasing the houses. They will still have visual autognomes on the stage. I was thinking more of a reveal to keep these safe. It's either produce the illusions to keep the real ones safe, or have the real ones there and risk getting them lost.
She shrugs. She says,
For
like I said,
story-
it's not going to be entirely up to me.
Can we meet with Thiles so we can hash this out before the ceremony?
If you ask her, she would. At this point, she'd be like, "Yeah, she agrees that's something that is probably going to have to happen." You would send a message to Thiles, and you would probably get something along the lines of like, being a busy person, he can't meet with you right that second, but the very next morning he would be glad to meet with you all. Kind of the idea of like us as soon as he can clear his schedule.
For the purposes of not having to rehash this with him, can we just fast forward to that and talk with the two of them?
No one else has anything else to do. I don't have a problem with that. Looks like Josh is gone. Ben or Echo? Drix or Echo? Nothing to do the rest of that day?
Yeah, I'm good.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
So, all right.
To this
Oh,
meeting,
no,
I would
he's
also like to bring
back.
the documentation that we have proving that this is their target, not the gnomes themselves, but the ceremony.
Did you have all of it? Is there a particular? I guess it doesn't matter. It's all okay.
Are they all here right now?
Not really a question that matters. Well, unless Randy has something to do that night, we've time skipped to the next morning, where Thiles has agreed to meet with you all, and Vera.
Okay. No, I didn't have anything in particular to do. I was just gonna go ahead and feed them the bullets just in case they wound up on the stage, or like put this in your waistband or something. I don't know.
There you go.
We still have a couple days before, but that is good to do.
I'm fixing my map. Okay. So, you guys show up. How much are you telling him? Like, I guess it's easier to ask if what you don't want to tell him.
I mean, I think we'd tell him everything we've told Vera so far. That there is an organization that we believe is responsible for the break-ins at the warehouse. They are very interested in getting anything similar to Warforged, and the Autongnomes are a very high priority target for them. I want to show the documentation that we have that shows that the ceremony is their planned attack, and then express to him that if you have the Autongnomes there, there's a very high, the sentient ones at least, there's a very high chance that they will be abducted. Now, we are going to do our best to prevent that, but to keep them somewhere else, somewhere secure, preferably wherever A1 is, we could foil their attack on the ceremony.
So, and I guess they did describe Thiles. Thiles isn't as old as Aaron, but he is the middle child, so he's, up there in age, close to retirement age, I guess. Pardon. And you definitely, like, I picture him as like, gray, short gray beard, long gray hair, kind of thin and a very sharp black suit. Now, I guess imagine his face is very sharp. He looks like a very severe person. And he accepts the documents. He's looking at them. He's listening to everything y'all say. He never interrupts you. And as he's looking at the documents, he'll, I guess the word is purse his lip. He'll say, you have to understand that this scribbles doesn't mean anything to me. For all I know, you manufactured this, and he holds up your translations, and you manufactured this. I don't know any of you. I can discuss with the houses maybe changing some plans, but from my perspective, you're showing up 3 days before the most important day of our life and spouting all this gobbledygook I've not heard anything about. He looks a mixture of consternated and just very wary.
Your caution is understandable. We are more than just vagabond adventurers. Miss Vera has entrusted us with protecting your original Pt.1. We have done a very good job of keeping him out of harm's way. Furthermore, we are, and I'm debating if this is going to help or hurt us. Should we tell him that we're part of the Eyes of Undare, and that we're a spy organization? Would that lend us credibility, or would that add skepticism?
MANTIS is a spy organization, so you wouldn't have to mention Undare, but revealing yourself as an espionage organization may or may not.
We have been in a months-long endeavor to track down these individuals that have been breaking into your warehouse, as Miss Vera originally hired us to. And in doing so, we have found substantial evidence that the sentient Autongnomes are their primary target. I feel that ignoring us after entrusting us with this investigation is going to put your assets at risk, and perhaps the entire space system.
And yet it strikes me that you've spent months investigating, and yet still there are attacks on my warehouse every week, or maybe every other week. You now have intimate knowledge of A1, everything Vera and I have been doing, where the Autongnomes are housed, and perhaps even how they're made, for all I know. You all, from my perspective, are much more poised to swipe our work out from under us.
If we wanted to steal A1,
Go.
we could have. We've been off-world. I think that, and this is the first I'm hearing of continued attacks on the warehouse. I thought after the first few, I didn't know there were other ones occurring. Have we been?
No, she
informed that by
told.
Vera?
Yes, not last session, maybe the session before. She mentioned that they had been becoming frequent in the last week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I remember that because then I was like, oh, we wanted to check Oz and stuff, and that was when we were having that initial conversation with them. I think it was her and Bree in the warehouse. They talked about it.
And even last session, she told Buck, people have been trying to kill me for weeks.
To make him more uncomfortable while he's having that conversation and protesting, I work my way around towards his back and try to check his neck to make sure there aren't any scars or anything like that.
Very good point.
Make a perception check. I'm also going to allow a persuasion check
it's a
since you guys
2.
are trying to convince him of something. Oh, buddy. His hair covers the back of his neck.
I think Zephyr is our charismatic boy.
I sure am.
You know,
wanna
Zephyr
try to
hasn't been here for any of this conversation. I'm not so sure. I'm debating.
Zephyr has. Barbara
I'm at war.
Zephyr has been
Sustained. Sustained.
Sustained. You've been hanging out with Megan too much.
Actually, I think we took that from TikTok.
Now, we know a good bit about him. I know Vera is an artificer. And I know that artificers can do many things that wizards can do, correct?
Mhm.
Mr. Thiles, I would be remiss to not include you, ironically, of the gravity of the situation. And I would like to draw out the Voidsphere. You are a competent artificer. Surely you have ways to identify other magical items. Once you realize the severity of the threat that we're facing and the individuals that we're dealing with, I think it'll put everything into perspective.
Gives you a funny look, and he says, again, you could have created this, but he will humor you. And I like to think he takes a monocle out of his pocket, like you take a pocket watch out of your pocket, and will identify.
If you think any low-level adventurers could create something of this magnitude, I think you'll.
Y'all are almost level 10. From his perspective, y'all are nearly as
but
strong.
Something that can destroy entire space systems is something beyond even level 20 character. This is not.
Yeah, but he don't know how it's made. You don't get that from identifying it, but he will identify it and see what it does. Vera looked very pale after identifying. Did not like it at all. He looks. You can see he doesn't look nervous so much as he's sitting here. You see his mind start racing. What the fuck? Where did this come from? How does it do what it does? Immediately the artificer in him is like, I want to take it apart. He puts the monocle back in his pocket.
Does he have to? So identify has a touch component. Does he touch it?
I guess so if he has to. I don't know how that would work with the items, like the monocle or the glasses from Critical. Critical Role has little glasses. Bloop. Yeah, I think Fresh Cut Grass has a little bloop. It is touch.
As he goes to touch it, can I put my hand in front of him and I want to prick him with my claw? Not cause damage, not attack him, but just poke enough to draw a drop of blood.
I wish there was a roll for roll subtlety.
I would say sleight of hand, but I'm not
I was gonna say performance. You're acting, pretending like it was an accident. But I mean, it's not hard to do. And he does bleed red.
My apologies. I'll do a first level healing word to patch that up. Mark that off.
Do you let him touch it to identify it?
Yes, I just want to. Oh, the reason I reached out and prick him was not just that. I do want to warn you. This is a dangerous artifact. Proceed with caution. And then I'll let him identify it and get the spiel.
Okay. You can see he looks like, y'all have just been hyping him up about professionalism regarding A1. Now he's like, these are the people we've let A1 stay with.
Part of me likes to think that Vera never told him that he's just finding about that. Oh, really now?
They do what? They've been off planet with who? You know, he's. You can
can we bring
tell
A1
that
to
he begins to pace. You could bring A1. But he's not, you know, he's not been present for a lot of the stuff y'all have been doing. Because y'all
No,
been more or less keeping him in the closet.
But
he
he's
could
been
definitely
at the
vouch
house
that
while
you-
we've been decoding this stuff and things. So
Yeah, that's true.
I think he would witness a little bit of it at least.
You could definitely vouch for a large chunk of the things you guys are saying. Oh, man. Thiles walks over to A1 and, like, puts his hand over his forehead. Sorry. Well, I like to think it's almost like this. It's
Yeah.
not so. It's like thumb
Like
across
lay
the
on hand.
forehead, like. Yeah, like you would see in an exorcism or I guess they give blessings that way. I don't know. Not Catholic. Grabs a hold of him, and you watch Thiles' dragon marks light up. And you know you could see the ones on his head and his face, but then you see the light coming out from under his shoulders, down his back, down his arms. His dragon mark is huge. And A1's eyes light up for a second, the same color as his dragon mark, and he steps away, and A1 doesn't look any different, and doesn't seem affected by it, and he turns and looks at all of you and says, "You have all been hard at work. I will speak to Lyander and Orion. I can't guarantee the most efficient results. They already think that we are scamming them.
Well, rather than
A few of them
involve
have
them in-
already met." And he rolls his eyes. Fish sauce, horseradish, and hollandaise.
Well, here's the thing. You're the creator of these. You are the one running this whole bargain. I don't think you need to check with the houses to make a dramatic entrance, as it were. All we're asking is to delay the appearance of them until the end of the ceremony, when we anticipate the attack to take place. At the end of the 10 minutes, if nothing happens, I'll have them lowered back in the stage. You can say it's a security measure. But I don't think they're going to be they're going to break off the deal because they don't see prize when you tell them that it's being securely held.
You know, he kind of shrugs. He says, "We can do our best, but they, once you set expectations, there is reputation to worry about. As you, I may be the creators, but if I were to just yank the sheet out from under them right before everything, who's going to buy from me next?"
I'm not saying yank the sheet; they're still going to get their product. Just
Easy
what would it
for
do to
us
your
to say.
reputation if these were captured? What would it do to your reputation if others were to get a hold of these and perhaps derive how they were created? Those that have made sentient void forged of their own, very similar to the original Warforged, using this very sphere.
Sorry, my brain. I would like to qualify that the Void Forged are not sentient. They are constructs. They are not a race. You know, and he's still kind of shaking. He says, I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't mean, just like I did not believe any of you, does not mean they will believe me or any of you. They're very far removed from this issue. I will do my best.
Well, again, I would encourage you not to tell them and have them show up, and if they ask questions, just say they're going to make a dramatic entrance. They want their the head of their fleet to be showy, don't they?
I don't understand the point of this, but I will see what I can do.
Security of them.
And I just told you they've already met them. If
No,
you're
it's-
worried
no, look,
about
just
more
like-
spies, they
I've
already
met-
know about them, where they are, what they can do. They've spoken with them.
No, understood. And my major illusion I believe, can make noise as well. They can speak. They'll look just like horseradish, fish sauce, and what was it, sriracha?
Hollandaise, fish sauce, and
Hollandaise.
horseradish. Yeah, y'all are gonna get sriracha.
Trying to find my major image spell. Amos will sort of gesture a hand at the party to see. Oh, now OBS. 1 second. Fuck off. Damos will wave a hand to his peers and see if they have anything to try to help convince him.
Actually, Thiles has a question. And what about the demonstration?
What demonstration?
They
What would
are
they be doing?
expected to perform magic. They all know how to throw a firebolt.
They could. I think we could arrange that.
I mean, if you think your spell can do it, I trust you. We'll look at it
Because
later.
if major image replaces what's in that 20-foot, 20-foot cube, if I'm standing in that 20-foot, 20-foot cube, stop opening OBS, god damn it. If I'm standing in that 20-foot, 20-foot cube, I am invisible and can pop off fire bolts accordingly.
I
And
would like
more
to
powerful
mention-
magic.
This is major image or major illusion? Sorry.
It's major image, and I'm trying to find it. I think it's not on my prepared spell list. Hang on.
I would like to point out that this says a creature.
What does major image?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't it say a 20-foot by 20-foot area?
Yes, but it
does.
specifies a creature.
I see that. The very first sentence. An object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon.
You just couldn't make like a fucking giant be too big.
Well, technically, most giants are over 20 feet, so that would fit in the area.
That's fair.
You
I was
could
trying to
make
remember
image
the
of an
thing.
object, a
A
creature, or
Tarrasque. Couldn't make
could it be some
Tarrasque.
other visible phenomenon? 3 autonomes. Image of
I feel like that
creature.
breaks the creature part.
If nothing else, you can create an illusion for
But it's
one.
not a creature; it's a construct.
They are creatures. That was why I specified. They're races. Echo can shift.
But
it.
I'm making them. They're going to look like those, but they're no more than autognome, which are constructs.
No, autonomes are races.
Autognomes
Void
are
Forger. Yes, the autognome is the race. We established
The-
that last session.
the unenchanted autognomes, like the soldiers, the normal
Mhm.
ones. Those are races.
And we established they all look the same.
One more time.
We established they all look the same.
Yes. So if I
I've
make
been
a
treating it
construct one,
as
they
a
would
race
look-
because I let Echo transform into one because I'm treating it as a race. It is a creature.
Interesting. Even the non-magical ones.
Well, I don't feel like this ruins your plan too much, because you could always do a major image of the third one that we don't put up there, put the glyph under one of them, like one of the real ones, in case somebody enters that area, and then you still have, I mean, I'll be behind the stage, sort of like right up against the back of them in case something pops off, not guarding the illusion one, I don't know.
Well, and if Echo can transform into one of them, then we can have one fake, one transformed, one real that's booby trap. But the booby trap will harm the thing. It's going to be a radius of explosion. Now, I could put a spell in it, like slow, for example, which I think would be a decent option. But I don't know if that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to necessarily get away with it. For example, if something's like a mechanical claw reaches in and snatches them, it's not going to slow a construct like.
I see, so you're saying that...
Lotus and a plot construct.
Oh, so it affects everything that's within the vicinity of the glyph, it's not just... So, like, if you set it up to be a bomb, essentially, and something comes into the radius of that wasn't supposed to be there, like, the bomb just goes boom. It doesn't matter what's inside of it.
Correct. Now, I can set the terms that the bomb goes off, which will be when a hostile creature, or when a hostile creature tries to abduct the autognome. I could store a spell of 3rd level or lower. Spell must target a single creature or an area. Slow, I think, targets multiple creatures, so I don't think that would work.
Well,
Slow does
Hey.
target multiple creatures.
based on that, it might make sense to put the glyph on the illusion one, make the illusion one be the furthest away from the chairs, have Echo be the
Ooh.
middle one, and have the actual autognome be the closest one so that they're within reach of the rest of the party.
Well, I could put Vortex Warp in it. Vortex Warp teleports a creature. If the autognome chooses to fail the save, which I'm assuming we could communicate to them before, it would teleport to a point that I choose. So I could have it poof out from that point into me, where we can protect it, but then we're still not... We still have one illusion, one echo, and then this wood that we still have to protect.
Well, I like that plan, though, because then we let the saboteurs reveal themselves, potentially.
Correct.
The
That does
actual
give us-
autognome is in our protection at that point. It poofs 2 people who can keep it safe, and then Echo does Echo things, the illusion goes, and then it's a fight. Seems like a fair plan to me. I think it's better than... I like the idea of blowing somebody up, but I feel like if we could just keep the one autognome that will be there that we actually need to protect safe, that's more important than trying to blow them up, because there's plenty of us to try and fight it after they reveal themselves.
Correct. It wouldn't be a bad idea to involve some of our allies at the house, try to get some extra people to protect them, even not while not acting in initiative per se to help guard.
Ooh, that reminds me. I did have a thought in between sessions that I would like to reach out to Thora and see if they could lend anybody to be part of the event crowd as well.
We could pay them, which they are probably in dire need of money now that their reputation's in the shitter,
Noted.
and could help restore their reputation when they stop an attack that they may have been.
The tokens are already in the crowd, so you want to pay them for it? I like that better. That y'all drew them.
Oh
there.
yeah. No, yeah, we'll recruit them, quote unquote, and hopefully, if one of these things that's attacking is a person that turns into an aberration, that'll clear them from suspicion.
Perhaps. Who
Or
knows?
make it worse. We'll pay them with silver coins and see how they react.
Oh,
Mm.
why are shapeshifters? I know
Okay.
werewolves. Oh no, we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
that's a
think it
great
is-
idea.
I don't think it's like 5e canon, but I just can't get over the idea of like silver and shifter. And
I thought it was the whole
silver
time that
shapeshifters.
silver revealed shifters, so that's why I was like, I don't
If
know
I
why.
throw a silver piece of Echo, what happens? Besides him cussing at
I
me.
don't know if it reveals or I'm just
Yeah, I don't think it does. I just like to picture it will like burn you. I mean, you may not even take damage, but like that's what I imagine is it burns.
We'll hand them a stack of platinum, but the bottom one being a silver piece. See how they see if
Just like-
anything like.
As each one comes for payment, we just manually hand them a silver piece as they walk in. Like, here's your token to admission, and see how they react.
We pay you to come. That's.
Sorry.
I didn't
I'm
realize
sorry,
they were that
Bob.
kind of business.
My
Oh.
4-year-old brain took over. All right, here's the deal. We are going to move on to the ceremony. I feel like if I just let y'all talk, you'll talk in circles and circles and circles. Is there anything you guys want to do in the 3 remaining days that you have before the ceremony? I know you want to make some preparations.
Well, I want to
Uh,
ensure that Thiles is okay with us substituting those 3. That those 3 are at a secure location. Plus A1.
If you're going to make it look like there are 3 up there, he acquiesced to whatever your plan is. And he agrees not to tell Orion or Lyander until they see it that morning or whatever.
We do need to determine the location of the 2 that are not going to be up there, because everybody who can keep them safe realistically will be at this trying to stage a trap for the saboteurs. So, kind of got to figure that out.
And that brings another question to mind. We
Well-
still have the issue of the 10 minutes for the
The major image. Or the minor illusion or whatever. Major illusion.
major image. Now I can upcast it. Oh no, I can't.
Let's see here. What do we just... Oh, I actually have a question, because I don't think... Because y'all thrown so many ideas around. How many husks are going to be on the stage? You can
3.
leave the 3...
One that's Echo, shapeshift. One that's an illusion. Oh no, and then the one that's real.
No, not the ones in the front of the stage. The
Oh.
ones on the back.
I thought we
The ones
just
on the big
decided
back panel.
we weren't worried
Oh,
about
I,
those
well,
guys.
I think we're not doing those now. My major image is going to be used on just the one. We can still put the husks there, but there's only 6 of them, so I don't think that's going to make a big deal. Make a big difference.
I think the thought was they were a less likely target than the 3 up front, and also if they ask for like a demo of like what the ones in the back can do, it's probably not good if 2/3 of them are fake and can't do anything.
I apologize. When you cast this level, using a spell slot of 6th level or higher, the spell lasts until dispelled. Could I go talk to Professor Colton or the illusion teacher, perhaps, and hire them? A 6th level spellcaster. That would be level.
I would be very interested to hear how you're going to ask them for their services for this situation without getting a lot of funny looks and or spilling a bunch of beans.
We're working for House Tarkanan. We would like to hire them to help secure their assets, and then put 1,000 gold in front of them and see what they say.
That was smart.
Yeah, who's
They
going to turn
were,
down 1,000 gold?
Yeah,
Nobody.
I was sitting here like, well, fuck no. We know what you've been getting into, Demos. You fucking did all this shit with all these crazy Wildspacers, and then you put 1,000
had
gold
the-
down on it.
I've had the biggest discovery of the century.
Yeah, and you put 1,000 gold down on the desk. He goes from fuck no to oh shit.
Student loans are expensive. I understand.
Otter even Demos.
Oh, God, the right one. No. Oh, fuck. I hate this. Odd.
Good.
God.
Okay. The gold is enough. He's gonna retire from teaching.
All these people are just in it for the money. I remember when
So-
education was about
So you
changing
just
lives.
you just paid somebody 1,000 gold to cast essentially a permanent major image on the stage for us as a distraction.
Until
Is that
this
what happened?
held. More or less.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, that's for the 3? Is that for the 1, I guess?
Yeah,
Major
for the
image is just for the.
Okay. Because then Echo's
Well,
1 and then 1 is real.
unless he has 3 6-level spell slots, in which by all means.
I doubt it.
He's
6
got
is
the
really
money.
pushing it. A lot of professors may not even have 6. Because you don't have 6. Oh.
I have
I'm not
5.
gonna-
Or,
I'm not going to renege that, but I don't think a professor would feasibly have 6-level spell slots.
I mean, how's
I'll
well?
think
I
about
guess
it.
if they're a professor versus an adventurer, I was gonna say that Z has 6th
Yeah,
level
at-
and 7th level, but he's
At 9th level,
big.
Demos is one of the most powerful spellcasters in Shard. Like, there are
Well,
people
still
like
picture-
Thiles and, named NPCs like legendary figures, but at level 10, you're 9. At level 10, you would be, one of the, at least in like a regular D&D power structure, you would be one of the most powerful people in the country.
yeah, but we're
like-
talking about a school for magic. I feel like there would be at least 10th, 11th, 12th level spellcasters. They have to teach upper level magic.
they're all a bunch of first year Neville Longbottoms. They don't know
Well,
anything.
I was about to say that's kind of the way that to an average magic practitioner, 4th level spells is very advanced magic. In a regular D&D
To
kind
an
of
average, but what about an advanced? We're talking about an educator,
No, that's
the
what I'm
professor
saying.
of illusion.
A 4th level spell is a PhD level spell. Everything after that in a D&D power scale is like, that's why 9th levels are so fucking fucked up. That's like universal godlike power on the D&D magic scale. Like,
So
4th
would
and
I have
5th
higher
is-
level magic than Professor Calden? Because Professor Calden's the divination teacher.
yeah, if you're casting 6th level spells, you're above what most people on the continent would be able to cast.
Yeah, most
Like-
most people is. There's a lot of
Most
people who have
magic
access to.
practitioners. And I can double check all this. This is a long time that I looked at this, but I'm pretty certain if I remember right, 3 and 4 was like, you're a fucking master wizard if you.
I guess I'm
cast
kind of
3rd and 4th
picturing
levels.
it like I don't know. This is a poor reference, but like Critical Role, how there's 20th level people who were adventurers like Lady Allura or Keyleth who are 20th level or somewhere up there that exist in the world. And I kind of assume some of them
And
would be
they're-
at maybe not level 20, but
Nah.
14.
Not teaching at a
well-
school, I don't think.
I
Like,
could
'cause-
I could see
and
your
really,
argument.
to me, 20 level characters are pretty much gods.
Yeah, and I'm not saying 20. 14 is the minimum I would need, or 12 I think is the minimum I would need for level 6 spell.
God, that's pretty much a god. Level 5 characters are dumb. 12 characters.
I would just say before Keyleth said that at level 14 or whatever, she jumped off a cliff and almost died. So.
Yeah, no, I know. For me, when I was playing Goldbrand, after level 5, not scared of shit. Went from gotta be careful to fuck it, we ball. That's just after 5, it's so hard to kill. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Like I said, I'm not gonna renege that. Okay.
We have one permanent illusion. We have an echo. We have one real one that we're going to glyph a boarding underneath to teleport toward us, as long as we're within 120 feet.
I'll also be
But it's-
invisible behind the stage to, I guess, be extra safe behind the real one. Maybe I don't know. I kind of want to go behind the illusion one, so that if they try to take that one, the furthest one away, I can be like, ah, sucker. Let me shake
All
you.
right, mother truckers. Let's just go ahead and do this. You're not gonna stay on this map, but drag your tokens out on it. Also, I can put this wherever it needs to go. This guy here, wherever it needs to
How
go.
long does Alter Self last? That's a relatively
Will
low level
help, please?
spell. What?
Will help.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Got you.
So, Alter Self lasts an hour. We could get a scroll of that. It's only 2nd level, and somebody else could transform into the 3rd Autognome. Oh. Yeah, change appearance. Height, weight, facial, sound, voice higher.
Can
Make
you
yourself
change
appear as
your
a member of another race?
general anatomy? I have 4 arms. I don't know if that's gonna.
You also can't appear as a creature of a different size than you. Your basic shape stays the same. If you're bipedal, you can use this spell to become quadrupedal. cases. The Autongnomes are small.
They're medium.
Medium. Okay.
I think now they can be like some races can be small or medium, but they're medium.
I think you're right because dwarves are small, but like halflings and gnomes are. Or excuse me, dwarves are medium, but halfling and gnomes are small.
Well, I think they're like vanilla 5e. They're all medium, but then like now with the new stuff, they let you pick a smaller medium.
Gnomes are always small.
Well, I'll look it up later.
But we could have somebody else use a scroll of alter self to turn themselves into one for an hour. And I don't assume the ceremony will be longer than an hour.
We sit here through the Olympics. It takes 7 hours.
If you ask them, they say that they think it would be, they were thinking probably close to an hour and a half, maybe a little less than that, maybe a little just over an hour, because Thiles speaks, Vera speaks, Kaladin speaks, Bree speaks. There's supposed to be a demonstration. You guys will be presented an opportunity to speak.
We'll pass. Make it faster.
I make myself visible, walk up to the microphone, and just start clacking my mandibles together.
Can we, I'll tell Professor Calden. Can we put like an Oscars clock on, like 5 minutes speaker? 10 minutes if there's 6 speakers.
Okay, just to certify we're all on the same page, I assume this one would be the illusion one because it's the furthest away from us. Like the seats that we have designated. This one would be Echo, and because this one is the closest to the remainder of the party, it would be the real one. Does that make sense?
If we do the alter self scroll, it won't need to be a real one.
True.
Then all three will.
Y'all are about to really hate me. I'm setting a timer on my phone.
For what? An
Y'all
hour?
have 10 minutes.
Oh no, that's fine.
I
think
don't
we're
need
pretty
10.
much there.
I don't need 10 minutes.
Okay.
I already fed him the bullets.
Okay.
Where the heck is my...
Which one did we say was Echo?
I was going to say the middle one, yeah.
I think you're right. That's the most
Because
likely to be targeted.
the closest one is probably not going to get targeted first. It's closer to a bunch of people who could do something about it. My guess is the furthest away one will be the easiest pickings, and that's why I was going to pop myself out here. And why does my token not have proper health? Whatever.
Just a quick reminder, I'll probably have no weapons.
Yeah, because to look like one, he will be weaponless.
Can your Echo hold all the weapons and be like under the stage or something? Like swap places?
I would say put my weapons under the stage for sure, but my Echo couldn't hold any weapons. I can have them summoned by the weapons.
Like, it can hold weapons. We let it interact with doors and stuff. I would let it hold weapons.
That's smart, though. You could put them under the stage, and I don't think it could hurt anything, especially because I'm right there, so I could always help toss them up to you in an emergency.
And Echo, you have spells, don't you? Some spells?
I have Hex
You have what?
and Minor Illusion. Hex
Minor illusion.
X and minor illusion.
and Lightning Lure.
Lightning lure. We could, I don't know, throw some plates and have you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be defenseless.
Oh yeah, well, I
would
think
need
David
a
said earlier,
rule
all of
on-
them will do a firebolt, for example. But does it have to be firebolt, or can it just be a spell?
Could do Fireball,
Oh, you can do fireball with your bow. But your bow.
but would I
Note.
need it equipped on Echo?
Can you have it under your clothes? If it's under your.
He's gonna look like he's gonna be the auto gnome. Imagine trying to hide a longbow as an auto gnome. But technically,
You'd
we're wearing
still have to
clothes.
fire it.
We could get everyone a scroll of firebolt, for example, but
Don't you have enough wands to do something similar?
we don't have
I
a
do
wand. of
Scroll of
firebolt.
Invisibility that I could disappear if I needed to.
Prevalent note. After discussing with the houses, Thyle is able... Well, I guess y'all didn't want to discuss. Long story short, he does not feel comfortable removing all of the husk. He will move 2 battalions and leave 1 on the stage.
But the battalions I'm not worried about. The only ones I was concerned about were the 3 sentient ones.
Yep.
Yeah, and what about my armor as an auto name?
Because you're changing your shape, your clothes don't change either, huh? Oh my.
Technically, no.
Oh my.
Well, So is he a changeling wearing armor? I guess.
Yeah. Which you'd have to take off.
I'm gonna have to be naked.
I mean, I would appear like an Autognome.
Don't
Yeah.
we have hats that let you disguise yourself? Like, would that function as a suitable alternative?
That's a great point. We do have a bunch of shit like that. We do have a wand of
But
fire.
it could be. It
You have
could be
multiple wands of
seen through
missile.
as an illusion. You have to roll a check, I think, a perception check to see through that. Whereas, as a changeling, there's no check. I would
Right.
appear like an Autognome. So if we want to risk it,
I'm not going to tell
I
you
think
what to
we can
do.
handle one round in combat without. Like I said, I got a scroll of invisibility if I need to run away for a second.
I would argue
So
that you
the
should
hats
put
of
your.
disguise lets you do. The hats of disguise lets you do disguise self, which includes your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person. So if you do the hat of disguises instead of your shape shifting, then you can transform all of that.
I would argue that I won't be your babysitter. You decide how risky you want to be. If you want to make it where there is no check that can make it apparent that you're an imposter, then drop your armor underneath the stage with your weapons and do your thing. I'm pretty close, so I feel like I can help you out in a pinch as well. If you'd rather not risk it, illusion it up. But I think it's probably up to you.
I'm okay with
Disguise-
risking
Sorry, what was that?
taking off my armor. If someone tosses me the bow, that would save maybe a little bit of time. I don't necessarily have to put on armor right away.
Yeah,
Randy could be behind you with it.
leave the bow behind the illusion one because I'm gonna hang out there in case they try to come for the easy pickings. If it does seem like it pops off, I'll just ready an action to pick up your bow and toss it to you, so that you have it immediately.
Okay, so let's run through this. The illusion one, we can have do fly. We can hover off the ground for a second. That'll be a spell that's easy enough to illusion. I don't think that's an issue. Echo, do you want to use one of your spells? Or do you want to use a wand so you don't have to use a spell slot?
For what?
There's going to be a demonstration of them using their spells.
I got minor illusion.
I think it has to be Firebolt, but I think he also said we have a wand of Firebolt, so it might make sense just to give it to him.
They said it didn't have to be. As long as it was
What?
a spell.
Me?
Did
No,
it have
me?
to use
Not me?
Firebolt or any spell? Just something to demonstrate their magical.
It had been taught Firebolt.
I see.
But if it
So
did
we can-
4 minutes.
something else magical, then it would be okay, theoretically. Devin, just so you know,
If you say that out loud, Thiles would say that some of them have already seen them cast Firebolt. As far as
Well,
like
they
the
can-
higher ups of Orion and Lyander that have already met.
They
the
can cast
sentient
Firebolt
Autongnomes.
and other spells. How incredible!
just so you know, I am behind the illusion one, but I'm gonna ready an action to grab Echo's bow and toss it to him if things pop off. So that'll be like my sort of first thing I do.
We're also having whoever's casting the illusion, we're going to have them make it appear like it's flying using the fly spell. And for Echo, we're going to have it do a spell as well. Which one did you want to do, my dude?
Do we have the wand of Firebolt?
We do. You can certainly have that.
I would just try to keep it to what they're expecting.
Can you tape it to his wrist, Assassin's Creed style?
I would
do
allow-
have minor illusion.
I would also allow that hiding a wand is much, much less difficult than hiding his bow.
Yeah. And then for the altar self, that can be anybody because it can be a scroll, but it has to be somebody who can cast magic. Now the three of us that are left all can. Does anybody feel like being that bait?
2.5 minutes.
Barbara or Ben? Either of you feel like being a bait?
I don't think I'll need to disguise myself too much if I'm going to be invisible anyway.
That's a fair point. So, Barb, it's between you and me. Do you want to be the bait or do you want me to be?
I mean, I am charming and irresistible.
Whoever doesn't will have to be a representative on stage.
Let's have you be the representative because you're the smooth talker,
I am the smooth talker.
This will be good.
and then I will be the alter self one, and I can use firebolt or whatever. So we have
Yeah.
3 dummies. We have 3 plans to cast spells. What are we doing with the other Autongnomes, the real ones? Excuse me, the real sentient ones, the 4.
Could we give
real Autongnomes,
So we
please
only
stand
have we only have 2 that were. Oh no, we do have to disguise 3. We should put the hats of disguise on them to disguise themselves as something else.
That's us.
And sit in the chairs
have them-
where we're supposed to be.
Yeah. So there's 2 hats of disguise. That covers 2 of them. There's still a 3rd thing that we need to do. We could get a disguise self, but again, that's only an hour. I would express the importance to the speakers that we know, like Calden, like ourselves, to be hasty. How many speakers are we looking at? It's going to be Thiles, Calden, us,
Vera, Bree.
Vera, Bree. Tell all of them to have a 10-minute time limit. Tell Thiles he can go 20 if he wants. We'll use less than 5.
We've mastered the art of doing like minor illusion on some like A1 for instance, to make him look sort of different without always having the disguise on. So we could just try to pull some hoodoo like that on the 3rd one if we need to make it sort of quick in a pinch. We should definitely do that. 2 of them need to be wearing the hats. They need to look like us in the thing. I'm also still going to feed them the bullets just to be safe. That's already done. So hopefully I'll have advantage on tracking them if somehow they do get snatched. I'll stay over here. Drix, you're going to be invisible too. Where do you want to hang out at?
You put your token down on the map. You just want to move it where you want to hide at.
Because if you're going to get like
behind.
behind Echo or behind the real one, then you have just as much advantage as I do to like hand him a weapon or something if it needs it.
This is true. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit.
Thumbs up. Place your tokens where you would like them on this map. For all intents and purposes, you've spent the last 3 days planning and run out of time.
It felt like so quick.
I had to draw the line somewhere.
I got you. So you heard us that the other 2 are wearing the hats of disguise self. They're sitting over there.
It's sitting in y'all seats, right? That's what y'all decided?
Yeah.
Okay. Zephyr, I'm going to put you next to Vera right here. Echo is actually going to be right here. So let me move these tokens out of the way instead. This is an illusion. Randy's here. We'll move this guy over here. You're going to be here. All right, Drix looks like he's going to be right behind Randy. I will move these guys out of the way.
With
Here,
this
I'll put them-
configuration, I would think that Drix should have the bow like sort of at his feet to hand to Echo, because then there's not like a toss. Like I don't have to worry about a check to make sure he gets to him. So I think you just leave your stuff underneath the stage right in front of Drix.
Who the fuck is that? Sorry, I'm looking at a token. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I'm good with
Yeah,
that. If Drix wanted to ready his action like you were planning on doing.
Yeah, I think that as long as you're cool with that, Drix, I think just if something pops off, you should ready an action to just toss Echo his stuff.
That sounds good to me.
I present the venue. Or at least the narrative scene of the venue. Say what?
Oh, Steve, this is bullshit.
Steve? What? I'm so confused. Anyway, so this is what it looks like when you guys arrive. This is up in one of the upper tiers of Sharn, so I have another picture. Yeah, you can kind of see how high up it is in this picture. I have another one that has a better view. But you are up on this raised platform with people seated in bleachers all around the raised platform and then seated up in these big Coliseum-style seats up above you. And it is, I imagined it to be this packed. Every noble in Sharn, everyone that could possibly get through the skylift without being booted off by a guard for looking too much like a hobo, made it their way up to this venue to witness this monumentous occasion. You guys probably would have seen the stage maybe a day or 2 before Demos, I guess 3 days before, because Demos wanted to go draw his glyph beforehand. So you guys are somewhat familiar with the venue. You've done as much planning as you can. On the day of the fucking day, not the promised day, a different day. On the 7th, you guys get up. I'm assuming bright and early, assuming any of you slept that night. Oh. Was y'all going to do any roleplay before that?
I'm a robot.
Yeah, it's
You are
fine.
a robot. I meant the night before.
Do we have Thiles here? Or excuse me, not Thiles. Thora and some of her people. We did talk about hiring them. We didn't name a price.
What do you mean? Oh, Thora.
We wanted to hire them to be local, to be backup to keep the Autongnomes safe.
Thora and Marcus are there. But you don't see any others.
Can we hire others? Like, again, we're trying to pay them, so I don't mind if we.
Okay.
And they don't
How
have to
much
all
you-
be on the stage. They can be hidden in the crowd.
Yeah.
My
How
goal
much
is just
you
to keep.
gonna pay them each, like each person? Per
What's
person.
your going rate? How,
There's a table for this,
They-
right? This table for a day rate for mercenaries.
I was about to say, I feel like they would ask something like 2 gold, which to them would be like being extorting you,
Thora and-
essentially.
Thora and her dude, or like the normal dude?
All of the above.
Oh, Thora, you're worth much more than that, honey. Let's get that straight here. We're gonna give,
Y'all adventurers, y'all scale of money is very skewed.
and they're mercenaries. Their scale of money is probably a little high. We're gonna give all of
2
them.
gold
Let's
per
say
person is a lot. Oh, I guess for a single job? Okay, yeah, 5 gold per person. Sorry.
let's
this
say
is not like
okay,
an
so
hour per
5
hour
gold.
thing.
That's 20 per 100 gold. Can we do 200 gold and get 40 people?
He says she does not have those kind of resources. She'll give you up to 10.
Okay, we'll take all 10.
10's
Is that
better
counting
than
her
0.
That does include her and Marcus, and they will be scattered out amongst the crowd.
I'll double their rate and give them 100 gold. Instead of the 50.
You got Henry Cable in the crowd, folks. It's a spectacle indeed.
Yeah, and I kind of want Thora and Henry, not Henry, fuck,
Marcus.
Marcus.
Uh,
Thora and Marcus, I kind of want on the seats next to us, kind of like they're Deimos and Zephyr and everybody else's bodyguard.
Y'all did not get a chance to plan that. They have to blend in amongst the crowd.
Yeah, but we had 3 days technically.
You ran out of time. I'm sorry.
Can they at least be close to the stage?
The goal is for them to protect the Autongnomes, though. I do want them local. Like, I'm not
They're
hiring them
fairly
to be
close. They're as
president.
close as they can get. Well, yeah, as close as they can get without being on the stage.
I mean, but looking at this, it looks like it's going to take them at least 3 or 4 rounds just to get on the stage. If they're in the front row of the audience.
I don't think it's quite that far. I will check real fast.
At least judging by this.
Yeah, no, that image is dramatized. Looks like it would take Thora 2 rounds to get on the stage.
To me, that's too long.
I feel like that's okay.
If we're going to hire
though.
them, I want them.
So my
Well, no,
thought is,
if we have 3 days to plan it, we have
Well-
time to visit them and hire them.
Well,
I want them to be on the
Planning's
stage.
over regardless.
here's all I'm
alright.
gonna say about it is that if somebody tries to attack, unless they come from the air, they're gonna have to come up these freaking stairs. So at least they'll be aware of like somebody trying to approach a stage doesn't belong there, might be able to do something about it.
I mean,
I
they
think
can
that's-
they can teleport up. They can. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get
That's true,
there quickly.
but good luck.
The day, probably 10, 11, sometime our times when it would start, roughly right before the middle of the day, right before noon. You guys I guess you guys would get there early and you guys watch the crowd fill up from the bottom seats down there to the very top ones. You watch as many airship park over top of you. You guys can see them filled to the brim as well. People watching from the deck of House Liander airships, maybe even some few private airships. Probably not Spelljammers. Y'all might be the only private Spelljammer owners besides Cyrilius. And all this, I don't see any here, but I imagine House Cannith banners, Moorgrave banners. There's all kind. It is very much a festival, as much as a celebration, as much as a ceremony. And of course, Thiles would go up to speak first after you all took your positions. Before everybody got there. Oh wow. I like to think some of you really don't like standing there pretending to be the Autongnomes for however long while it fills up. That would be nerve-wracking to me. Thiles goes first. And he gives a very brief synopsis of the Autongnomes and their purpose, what he hopes to accomplish with them. You hear him speaking about a new age of exploration and a new age of commerce and wealth. As he enables more and more individuals to travel between planets and perhaps even beyond, he says mystically. And I like to think for the most part, he does pretty well. He sounds very charismatic. You can see the people you can see in the front row are all kind of, doe-eyed at the picture he paints of the future he envisions. And then Vera gets to go. Hold on, I gotta roll some dice. Interesting. Vera goes up there. And Vera is a little more technical. She's the one that she says, they can do this and that, and they'll be good for this. They don't, she's the one that's like, they don't rust, they don't yada yada yada. She's kind of like the advertisement person. And then she gestures back. You guys would understand this is the part where they're expected to perform. And so it sounds like one of you fires a wand of firebolt. The rest of you are using a spell innately. Is that correct?
The illusion is just going to appear to fly. I think Echo's doing the wand, and then I'll pop off. I'll probably just do firebolt.
Firebolt wand for me.
Can you not
Actually,
make
I'll
the
do a
illusion
gust
look like
for
it did
blow
a
the
firebolt?
crowd. What was that, Joe?
Can you not make the illusion look like it did a firebolt? I think technically anything inside the 20-foot cube, you can make it look, sound, or smell however you want.
Yeah, but if firebolt flies 120 feet, so it would suddenly end 20 feet away. Far
Okay.
away. So something
would-
local would be
Because you couldn't detonate it in front of your face. Got it.
Well, bolts don't detonate, but two of them fire off, and the one on the end that is the illusion kind of pops up and hovers. You hear oohs and ahs and a raucous amount of applause from the lower section. And then, of course, the firebolts that travel far enough get applause from the people sitting up top. Brix, with your perception being as high as it is, you might notice a small smattering of what appear to be House Orion and House Lyander elites making a little bit of a face after the third one does not shoot a firebolt.
Well, and for the record, I didn't do a firebolt either. I did a gust. So we were all doing.
Oh. Maybe more than a smattering. You see, make a funny face.
I don't think they're all buying it, guys.
Well, they were told it could do firebolt. They can do more than that. The A1 has showed the capability to learn, so obviously there's the potential there. I don't think that's suspicious in itself.
Definitely not what they had been told / shown would happen. But after Vera gets done with her spill, she introduces Bree, and she goes from this advertising the Autongnomes to this kind of a little bit excited, she's trying to get everybody hyped up for Bree. Then Bree comes up to the podium and makes her announcement about what she calls the MANTIS expedition. And she gives the down low on what she's been working on, the Starbreaker, and that tomorrow the MANTIS organization will launch aboard their ship for the edge of the universe. And she reveals that within 9 months or within 10 months, they hope to be drilling through the storm of Sybaris. And it goes from this kind of festive, ceremonial energy to just dead silence. And everyone, you can see the nobles in the crowd just kind of looking a little confused. The intellectuals, the Morgravians, and anybody of any academic clout, just looking either stunned, very suspicious, or just flat out, disbelieving. And she gives her thanks to Morgrave, to House Cannith. There's a fairly long list of people that she has to thank for making this project possible. Before Calvin gets to step up and speak. And then Calvin goes through his bit of, that he wasn't part of this project to begin with, but was very thankful that Miss Silverport allowed him on. And his is very much a role of representing Morgrave itself, and making sure that it's public knowledge that this is a Morgrave-centered project. He does a good bit of plugging for the school, trying to get more people to come, and then especially probably for something like this, there would be nobles from other countries like Undare and Karnath and stuff like that. He might even give an eye to some of the mages from the other countries. Very much an opportunity for him to flex what Morgrave has done, especially over that other fucking school in Undare. The only school better than Morgrave. Don't let Calvin hear me say that.
Or Deimos.
There's like a rival school in Undare, and I can't remember the name of it.
They're just so forgetful. Who remembers them?
Demo standing here trying not to fucking throw shade.
That's not.
Mm-hmm. And I like to think, Demos, you would know who was from that school, and you could see some sour looks in the crowd on the front row.
Oh,
from some
I blast them with the gust when that time comes.
This is the episode of the anime where you like the two rival schools have like a competition in the middle of the forest to see who's stronger.
My Hero Eberron.
Oh, that was pretty good. Not seen that one, but that was pretty good. And then, so really, y'all would have been asked beforehand, did y'all decide to speak or not? Because I feel like they would have been like, seeing y'all planning and all of you not being there, they'd have been like, are y'all going to speak? It would have been y'all's turn next. If and y'all decided to have I know Zephyr's sitting up there to look purty, and he would have been introduced actually by Bree. Bree would have said that here is, would they call you Zephyr? Commodore Zephyr, one of the gentlemen leading the fleet. That's very much part of this for Bree. She would say, call you Commodore. She would talk about y'all leading a fleet. They want it to look like this big professional expedition that's going out, which it sort of is. If you had like one more ship, we'd pretty much be there.
Sure he is. Well, maybe.
How many fleet is? Same.
I
think it's when you're just over multiple ships. I don't know if it's a certain number.
Surely we would have discussed and been like, we're going to elect a representative to speak on behalf of MANTIS versus us all going up there and talking, because that'd be weird.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to be Zephyr that's talking. It's just if we want to talk or not.
Yeah.
2, 5, 10, 25, 50, or more. All right.
I want Zephyr to go up there, and I want Zephyr to say, down with the government. Anarchy abounds.
Zephyr, would you like to speak?
I can't think of anything to really add, per se.
You can say whatever you want. You're Zephyr. He does what he wants. Hashtag
Boats
that
and
bitch.
hoes.
Deimos would have said before, say that you're beyond the stars and you're finally going home. It'll really touch the audiences at home.
Okay, that's actually really dope. I would say something cool like that, I think.
Okay.
Mama, I'm coming home.
All right. So there would be quite a lot of, just people thinking you're acting, kind of people thinking you're going along with the bit sort of thing. But there probably would be maybe a third-ish of the crowd, mostly the intellectuals, the academics, they would be looking at you and realizing they've never seen an elf that looks like Zephyr, and then their mouths might fall open a little bit, and you could probably see some of the crowd putting together that you're not fucking kidding.
And I swoosh my hair dramatically.
That might add some credibility, too, that we have someone beyond there, so we're not just doing this blindly. We know there's something beyond there.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
That would have been a great opportunity to have exclaimed that you came from beyond the stars and you have come to conquer this tiny little system.
Pulls out the Voidsphere, destroys the whole planet.
Just starts fucking shit up. Sorry, that made me giggle. No, stop. No, stop. What is your problem?
Oh, gotta have so many.
I was gonna say we don't have time for that in this session.
We've all been there. Let me put Zephyr here. Zephyr.
God, Barbara, you sound like my therapist.
I could be.
Go drink at your house.
I need to move. Whoa, why didn't I do that a second ago? Sorry, I had to move some layers, do some layers and some things. Zephyr. Actually, Drix. As Zephyr is speaking, you notice first, probably before anyone else, it starts out as a murmur amongst the crowd. Starts at the people up in the very back top. You see just this vaguest amount of disturbance.
Well, fun.
And Zephyr, as you finish speaking, I like to think your last sentence, that kind of disturbance begins to kind of run through the back of the crowd where you guys are Oh, dang it. I keep burping. Sorry. Through the back of like the seated people down beneath you guys.
Can you block that?
It doesn't take very long because as more of the crowd notices, you guys can all see people looking straight up. And
I'd
if
say,
you
like,
all
right.
snap your... Go ahead.
I'd say psionically, I'd let people know that. I'd let the party know that anyway. Be like, hey guys, we got some movement toward the back.
Wait, here we go.
Yeah, and as Drix prepares you guys well before most of the crowd begins to look up. But as especially the people around you all kind of start going like this, their eyes wide, you hear screams begin to erupt, and you all snap your head up to see these massive... They don't look like rhino beetles, but they look kind of like beetles. Aberrant-looking beetle things flying down from above you guys. Void-forged Hulk riding atop them and hanging across off of one of the shoulders, Yapoth. Not slamming down, but jetting downwards from above the stage.
When he gets within 120 feet, magic missile that motherfucker. 9th level.
No, gotta
See,
point
I'm
at him
thinking
and give him the bird from my stage presence.
The crowd goes wild.
And these fuckers are trying to ruin it for everybody.
Zephyr doesn't even bother with Eldritch Blast. He's just like, fuck you.
Well, that's how he does his Eldritch Blast. We learned it from...
With a finger. Alright. Let me make absolutely sure these things can fly. Thought they could.
Beetles?
Oh. Well, not these things. They technically... Yeah, so technically they halo jump. I had to double check because I thought about this beforehand. Yeah, they are. They do get caught, for lack of a better term, meaning something prevents them from smashing into the ground. Wouldn't know exactly what, but they don't just. They do plummet from. You know, I mentioned earlier there were several airships up above you guys watching, and. I guess there's no pull.
Do we
They
fire
get caught.
on them as they're approaching?
God.
You can, but we're gonna have to roll some initiatives. So what we're gonna do to represent that moment of Drix kind of warning you guys looking up in time, we'll roll initiative. You guys will essentially get a surprise round to throw your attacks at them, and then that very next round they will have landed.
Hell yeah.
How far away are they?
What do you mean? Like after they land, well, technically you have to wait for them to come within range to blast them. Let me I'll reveal them where they land.
Oh shit! I got a nat 20 on initiative.
I'm telling you, that middle finger's an Eldritch Blast, man.
Yeah,
Two of
no,
them,
I'm
I
ready
got,
for
Mark.
these bitches.
The rest of us did not do great.
Nah.
The good news is we get
Listen,
that
didn't do as
surprise.
bad as
So we get a
DMS.
pop off first anyway. So it's like we're at the front of initiative if you think about it.
Man, I knew as soon as I was like, unless
Wait,
they attack
did y'all
from the
already roll?
air,
Fuck.
I was like,
What was that, Devin?
I should have started the encounter before y'all started rolling, so it automatically.
Fair enough. You want us to re-roll?
No.
Echo, do you
Yeah.
want me to roll for you? Or
I
do
am
you
not
have-
re-rolling.
Y'all sound too happy about re-rolling for me to allow that. I gotta make
don't
things
have to
stressful
re-roll.
somehow.
Echo, I'm sorry, dude. I get you.
Demos, what's your initiative?
4.
4? Echo? What is Echo's? I don't even know how to roll it yet. 6 is
Uh,
Echo's. Randy, what is yours?
Jesus, mine's a
Nat
16.
one.
6. I'm sorry, Echo. 16? Come on, number lock. Don't fail me now. Drix?
5.
Zephyr?
I was a 22.
Zephyr's
Talk
the
about-
only one that's ready.
The Gauntlet Man, 4, 5, 6, and then 16 and 22.
It makes you feel any better. A lot of them didn't roll very well. Now, how is this laid out? Okay, good. Okay, good. Do these have A, B's, and C's on them? Please tell me they do. Please. Yes, thank God. Thank you, past Devin. Here we go. Zephyr, you get to go first. Fittingly enough, you're in the middle of this passionate speech about. Well,
Whipping my
maybe
hair
not.
and stomping
yeah, you
my
don't want-
golf boots.
Yeah, you don't want to go home, but you're enjoying the attention of the crowd. As the screams begin, you feel Drix's mental warning hit your brain. You snap your
Fighting
head up
things.
to see these things falling down upon you. You're familiar with the Hulks and Yapoth, but these are new. Bloop, 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 bloop. Witness. I'll try to grab that picture and throw it in chat for the recording. Zephyr, what you got? Randy, you're after a creature. You guys get to go, actually. Y'all get a surprise round.
So I am a visual learner here. So what exactly is our situation? I'm like here, like on the stage, right? Where are they at?
They're in the air. They're gonna land where I place their tokens.
Okay.
Are we?
'Cause I don't see.
Yeah, we're on the old, like the map of like the generated map.
I'm dumb.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't see shit. I have no clue what's
I'm
going
very sorry.
on. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay.
These guys.
You
Sorry.
Oh, they look
I'm
see
beautiful.
that yellow bellied bitch?
Yeah, they don't actually have wings. I realized after I looked at their thing. They are gross looking,
Okay,
though.
so
Do they look
they're in
machine-like?
the air where all these tokens are.
They don't look machine-like. They're
They're
aberration.
aberrations, aren't they?
I think this is another Spelljammer specific monster. Enjoy. What is it you said you're gonna do, Zephyr?
Hold on, I'm looking because I'm measuring. Okay, so they're all coming down where the
Zephyr's
tokens
always measuring something. Makes it feel better.
are. Oh my god. Canonically, he has a huge dick. Okay, we decided that.
Oh, we did.
Comes to the chorus,
Alright.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
2 times your charisma modifier.
Oh my god.
They must have plus one. Aw.
Okay. Sorry, I got.
think Goldbrand's -1, so.
I'm like looking.
It's an innie.
Okay, so they're essentially. Okay, so where is fuckface? Japoth,
Yapoth?
whatever.
He's over here.
Other side of the
He's
stage.
that. Okay, so we want to kill him first, right? Like, or are we knocking him out, or are we just going balls
Hey,
deep?
if I can turn him into red paste, I'll stand on the red paste when it's done.
Okay.
I can. Deimos probably would have mentioned that he has a wand of binding. I can try to lock him down. So
Okay.
I can slow him down. That only works on humanoids. So the aberrations and the constructs will not be affected.
There's the stock 5e art if you want to throw that on recording, Josh.
Okay, hold on. Let me do some measuring. Well, I guess that's.
That poor dude.
One less thing for me to edit in. Because there's not many in this session so far. Side note, while Barb's thinking, we need to get together and test stream for return.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh, that's like
I'm trying to decide between two things.
Yeah, this is a
so
big
since
stage.
This is a surprise round.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Serm. I actually, let's see. I'm trying to measure. Okay, so how high up are they?
They're close enough. Oh, they're close enough. So they would have to be like within 60 feet out, at least, for depending on what ability you guys use.
Okay,
That's-
so like 60 feet up, like in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Wall of Light that I just got because it's fancy and I want to cast it. And it says I can cast it and make it horizontal, which is probably what I'm going to do to. I can probably, let's see, it's a 60 feet long, 10 feet high, 5 feet thick, but I can twist it around however I want to do it because it can be free floating or rest on it. It's fancy. So basically, I'm going to set it right here to hit these two. Just a big old pillar of light with my middle finger here.
I didn't see your ping. Can you draw it? Can you use your little pen to draw little segments?
Yeah. Right. We're throwing it between them so it hits
Let's
both
see
of
here.
them. Where's my draw tool? We're gonna.
Let me see here. Can you let me make a thing so you can see it. Can you see my thing here?
Yep.
Can you see my arrow? So it's 60 feet long?
Well,
Did you draw that, Barb?
yes, that's my middle finger of light. Okay. It can be it's a 60 feet long, 10 feet high, 5 feet thick, but it can be in any orientation. It says horizontal. I'm gonna link it.
You drew that so fast.
A resident artist.
Whoops. I'm
Goob
trying
lives
to
on
like
in our
link
hearts.
the display. Sorry.
display. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Goob made an impression on Zephyr.
I mean that first roll was, I guess, the roll, but I was trying to.
Yeah, what is that
Like
roll? That's
this.
what I'm trying to figure out.
That was a 25.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why it rolled that, because it's not a 2-hit spell, I'm assuming.
No, I accidentally hit it the second time when I was trying to link it.
Neat.
The first round was a cast, and then I was trying to link it.
But creatures and object can pass through it. It emits bright light out to 120 feet dim light. Wow. When the wall appears, each creature in this area must con save, so they both need to make a con save. They're going to take that damage.
Yes.
They're blinded for a minute if they fail.
And you've enclosed them in it? That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
Well, technically they're falling.
Well, sort of.
It's
but
only 5 feet high, so if you have a choice to make here. If you put it where it catches them right now, they're going to fall through it, and then they'll be below it. You could put it on the ground so that they land in it, but then they're not going to take that damage till they land in it next round.
I mean that works because then if they end their turn in it, they also still take damage.
Or if they move through it, right?
Is it? Yeah, let me see. Is it only when they?
It says,
That's
let's
what it
see.
is. Each creature.
Well, the way I was thinking about it
10
is
feet
like
high.
laying it vertically, because I can cast it vertically, so it's a 60 feet long pillar. So from the ground to 60 feet up.
It can be 120 feet long. She could theoretically get 2 creatures.
60 feet
pillar.
long.
Yeah, it's 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick. So it's like a big old, like a 2x4.
That's what I say. A pillar of light. Man, I don't know about. That's interesting. It says 10 feet high, and stacking it up like that, it technically couldn't go any higher than 10 feet.
No, well, it says it can. The wall appears in any orientation, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. So theoretically, I could stand it up like a pillar.
Vertically or diagonally.
Meaning it would be
And it would
the
be-
60 feet long would be the
What does it mean
tall
by that?
end.
I don't know
The
who
10
wrote the
feet
spell.
would be-
Fuck them.
Xanthar. It would also be 10 feet thick by 10 by 5 feet, like rectangle.
Yeah,
5
like-
feet thick, yeah.
Like it would be 10 feet across the ground. Whoops.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
No, 10 feet high, so it'd be 5 feet thick. Like it would take up a square.
Well, no, because it's the height and the thickness are now the width and the length. Because
Yes.
it's turned sideways. So it'd be a 10 by 5 rectangle. 60
Yeah,
feet.
but the little section about they've stumbled all over themselves with that. Why would they contradict themselves? Oh God. Okay. For sure, I will allow it. Let me roll those con saves. I can't get over that. Why would you say that? Why would you use that
Yeah,
wording
it's
and then
weird
say
for
it
the-
can only
the
be
way
10
it's
feet high?
worded, but
I don't know. Why would you do that?
It should
I
just say,
think.
well, I mean, it's just talking about the. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was reading that trying to think like how does that mesh with it only being 10 foot high, and it doesn't. Whoever wrote that didn't.
Just
but-
think of it as a 60 by 10 by 5 line, and it can be tilted any direction.
Yeah. There you go. That's how it should be written.
Because it can be diagonally, vertically.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
It's like
I
an-
see
it's
what
like
you're
in a
Then they
5
can
foot
land in
tube.
this bitch, and I love it.
saying. I
Yeah.
see what you're
We're just Tetris. It's like a Tetris block.
saying. Yeah, and you can spin
Yeah.
it. I see what
Did
you're
it
saying.
fall from the sun? Just like
I mean, it might can. 2 seconds. This is A. This is your path.
Actually, do we still have surprise round? We doing that?
This is what
We
it
all
is.
get
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So they both need to make a con save?
Where's your path? Where's the dude?
He's underneath the middle finger.
Sorry, I
Yeah, he's
panicked.
underneath the middle
I
finger.
saw somebody drawing and I was like, oh, it's Devin preparing an attack. No, we have surprise round. Don't do it.
Me prepare attacks against you guys? Never. What's your DC there, Jordana? Not Jordana. Zephyr. 16.
It's 16. Yeah.
So the Hulk passes. Your path does not. Oh, that's a Gouge. That's not a Hulk. 1 second. Weird name, right? Gouge.
he's
Oh, I rolled a
blind.
Gouge the first time. He is
But
blind.
it looks pretty conny.
It
He's
is pretty
blind.
conny. What's that damage there? Come on, Devin. You can do
That
this.
was-
20, 25.
25 for the full, and then I think it's a half on the fail.
Yeah.
It is.
So we're gonna give that a nice solid whatever half of 25 is.
Japak is
12.
also blinded, which for a
Yes.
gunslinger is
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, so
It
he
is
has
fabulous.
disadvantage
The
on
last
attacks,
thing
right?
he saw is my middle finger.
We have advantage on him.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But he's so high up, I can't do anything.
Well, he'll land next
he's
turn.
about to
He'll,
land, and then he's going
he'll
to eat it
be-
again.
They'll all be
You
on
could
the
ready
ground.
action for when he lands if you
Yeah,
did something like
they'll
that.
be on the ground next round. All of them will be. So it would be his turn, but it's a surprise round. So Randy, you're up.
So I don't have anything that you said they were 60 feet up.
Ish.
I don't have anything that has enough range for that. The best I could do is 40 feet.
Well, the idea is y'all are waiting for him to come within range before they hit the ground to do something. So I feel like that 60 feet is variable. Like that's kind of the whole point of this. This round is the last bit of them falling, and you guys hitting them as they're falling.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll use a little bit of my movement just to make sure I'm good within range. And skirt to this side of the stage, and then I think I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna make sure that I land this. I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit. And that gives me advantage on these attacks. And then the first attack I do is going to be to try and use a Shatter Shot on him. This is the first time I've done this.
Do you get advantage because he's blinded, or is that only melee attacks? Let's find out.
Well, yeah, let me know because I don't
Attack
have to...
rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay, then I don't have to use Fighting Spirit. I'm going to take that back because that would give me like triple advantage. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
The advantage doesn't stack raw.
In that case, I won't worry about it. I'm going to boom cannon him. I'm going to try to hit him with a Shatter Shot.
Do it.
How do I cast this? I think I have to roll to hit first, actually.
Oh, so actually, I went through this earlier. Raw, the way that like enchanting an item works is that you're casting this spell from the gun. So you can flavor it as shooting a bullet as much as you want, but like raw mechanically, you're casting the shatter spell. So it originates from a point that you see, and it takes your whole action to do so.
Okay, I don't want to do that then. Sorry, I rolled that. I'm going to mulligan that. I'm just going to take a couple of shots at him, see if I can hit him.
Okay, you still get advantage.
Okay, well, it's a 25.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I have advantage, I assume I get sneak attack?
Yeah.
That is 20 damage.
Yeah. Damn. Cloth getting ripped up before he even hits the ground.
And then I'm going to have a second shot. I'm going to take it.
Do it.
I'm glad I have advantage. Boom, baby.
Yeah. Let me see that damage.
6 more damage.
6. All right.
Oh, wait. Do I need to roll d4s to add that necrotic damage to that? If I'm using
If you're
Dazzle
using
Bullets?
those bullets.
I'm going to use it on the first one. I don't want to use it on the second one because I don't know if I have like a limited supply or what.
I was thinking y'all had 10 of each. I guess we should have specified that.
Okay.
10 bullets and 10 arrows.
I'll add a d4 to one of those so you can add 3 necrotic damage.
Hurt. Make sure he don't get no special necrotic stuff. Okay, cool. Neat.
And then I'm going to bonus action hide, I guess.
Okay. Roll your stealth and put it in one of your bubbles, please. Echo, you're up. Drix, you're on deck. Demos, you're after that.
So I don't have my bow or anything, I guess.
Not right this second.
Rix has it. Technically, it's 5 feet behind you, so you could move 5 feet and pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
equipping a weapon's a free
5
action,
feet.
right?
Just picking it up, yeah, would be a free interaction.
Sweet. I'm gonna
I think we
pick
do
up
this
my bow.
cool exchange where I toss it to him.
Mm-hmm. All the shit goes down. Drix just tosses the bow straight up in the air. Echo, you turn and snatch it out of the air.
As an auto know.
Yeah. Alright. Boogeyman's bow. On the bonus action, I don't know if I have my echo already.
You didn't specify, so I'm assuming not.
Alright, I'm gonna pull him up, move him close to the illusion autognome. I think
They
that's
put a
within
little
30 feet now.
They put a little aura over him real fast.
Yeah, right there. And then, how far away is Japar?
From you, he is.
Yeah. He's in the air, huh?
He is in the air. He might be a little more than that. You know, he might be 60 or 65,
Did you say
depending
it's-
on, you know.
Any point on when he lands?
within range. I'm gonna
Oh, it
shoot
sounds like
2 arrows.
do it.
Gonna
Man,
be
y'all were
on
ready to kill him.
what's called the sharpshooter feat. -5 on the hit, +10 on the damage. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it do.
Boogeyman's bow. I like that.
That's gonna be a 23 for damage. For the
Heard.
first shot.
Okay.
And then 22 should hit for 21 damage.
21 damage.
And
Ripping him
that's
up,
my
baby.
turn.
Let's go.
Wow, y'all didn't even leave him for question. Before your paw hits the ground, dead.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, it's not even pretty. The middle finger of light blinds him and sears part of his body. 2 bullets lodge into his chest, followed by 2 more arrows. And the last arrow catches him above the collarbone and kind of just the arrowhead protrudes out of the back of his, whatever these muscles are called, trap. And he hits the ground dead.
Turns into a
Everybody
red
who-
face. Is high-fiving
Yeah.
Echo a free action?
You're pretty far away, but I would allow an air high five. Damn.
I know
Everyone who was-
mine messages me a high five, like a little emoji pops up. On my
Psionic high five. Everyone
was
who
so pissed
wondered
at
if
that.
you guys were actually a expedition worthy organization is sitting here like, but also everyone is running around screaming in chaos. Strix, you're up. Demos, you're after that.
Well, I was want to kill him too. That's okay. See here. I'm gonna take my symbiotic entity for my action.
Okay.
Action surge. Front over here, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna use
Close.
my Gisk and Misty Step. Hit this Void Forge Hulk.
What are you hitting it with? So if you used your action to symbiotic entity and used your bonus action to Misty Step, is that right?
Yeah, I used my action surge, but we had a rest. Right?
Heard. I missed that part. I felt. Smack it.
You're good.
Well, that means you get to smack it again, right? You have level 5 fighter.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, make both your attacks.
Get that swing, baby. Let's go, Drix.
Swing from the tables
15,
of
21.
my heart. 15 and 21. 21 definitely hits. Let me check that 15 real fast. I'm afraid not. 21 definitely hits. Let's see that damage. You have an extra D4 with your damage now too, thanks to your Dazzle.
Oh.
Oh, it added it to it. Thanks, pass
Hell
me.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, another D6.
Yeah,
for the
buddy.
symbiotic.
For your entity? Fuck yeah. Okay. Fuck yeah. So action surge gives you an extra action, doesn't give you an extra bonus action. Is that right? Just make sure.
Yeah, it's just extra action.
Okay. That was still cool. You covered a bunch of ground and smacked the shit out of a Hulk. Drix unafraid. Literally sprints, teleports, and starts wailing on a Hulk standing next to a Gage. Gage? I don't know how I said. Great turn, Drix. How about it? Demos, you're up.
Quick thing. So my check was my initiative was 4, not 0, so I should be before those 2 unknown creatures. Just
Okay,
for the
I'll
next
fix
round
that
of
right
combat.
now.
So I'm going to do something that I haven't used before. I'm going to use the Wand of Binding. I'm going to use 5 charges to cast Hold Monster, and I'm going to use the Vial of Goob.
Vial of Goob.
Since it's a and I'll drop this in chat because I haven't used it yet. Since it's a non-damaging spell, I can expend a number of charges to increase the number of affected individuals, 1 per charge. I'm going to use all 4 charges.
I made this?
Yeah, you gave this.
Goob.
I knew, like, I thought I knew I had done something with it. I didn't realize I made an item for it. Continue. It does whatever it says it does.
So I can target up to 5 creatures with the Hold Monster spell. Which Hold Monster, I'm pretty sure, affects any creature. Let me double check that. Got that in the chat too.
Expending charges equal to the spell's level. Interesting.
Well, that's for the damage. Lower it says, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. For non-damaging spells, the spellcaster may alter the spell in the following ways: shorten or extend the duration, increase the number of affected individuals, one for every charge used. So I'm using 4 charges for 5 total. For the Wand of Binding, I'm using Hold Monster, which choose a creature, so it doesn't have to be a humanoid or anything. I'm going to choose these 2 fuckers up here, these 2 fuckers down here, come on, and this fucker over here. Actually, no, instead of that bottom right one, I'm going to choose this upper left one.
One second.
Keep in mind it's blind. No, it's not blind. Never mind.
That one's not, no.
Yeah,
so I need those 5 to make a Constitution Wisdom saving throw. DC 17.
Heard. Had to make sure that it said like a creature and like it didn't call out automatons or constructs or whatever.
No, I got
Which one did you leave out?
This bottom right one. I picked it originally, but this one, if it's paralyzed, it's going to be stuck in that light, so it's going to take damage every turn for as long as it's paralyzed.
Sure. So I'm just going to roll 3 gauge and
3 gauge, 2 voidful.
Yeah.
Voidfuck horses.
Get these to roll here. Voidforge Hulks.
Voidforge Fox, yeah, that's what I said.
Did that last one roll? Let's find out. Why would you be this way? I hate that it's rolling like the dice on the screen because it makes them so slow to roll.
Oh no.
I see. It wasn't rolling because I was looking at Demos instead of an actual creature. I was like, why the fuck aren't you rolling? Oh boy, here we go. What was the say? What was the DC?
DC 17.
Neat.
And it's a wisdom save.
Interesting. Yeah, I know. I rolled wisdoms.
They all
the
dumb.
only, yeah, well, they all are pretty dumb. Actually, the only one that saves is this guy.
Perfect. So those other 4 are paralyzed. They get to make a check at the end of their turn. And paralyzed means auto crits on hits.
Oh.
We're about to make very short work of this.
Paralyzed? Oh, it's versus incapacitated. What was the other one?
Correct.
I always get them
pull it
mixed
up and
up.
make double sure that that's the case. You left that guy out.
I
That's
think
5 of them.
Paralyzed is the auto crit. Incapacitated is not.
Oh, that didn't do
I
what
think
wanted.
you're right about that. Damage resistances. Had to make sure none of them was resistant to anything like that. Doesn't seem that's the case. Wonderful. I'm actually glad you did that because I forgot that item existed.
Same.
B, now I know to tamper with it because that wording is awful.
Well, and it also doesn't say that it regains charges, and I used all 4, so it may not.
Oh, so it could just fizzle. I like that.
It seemed like a
hold
single-use item.
I hold up the vial, and the goo just shapes into a middle finger as 4 of these fucks are paralyzed.
I like that, and it just kind of fizzles away. That's neat. I kind of like that.
I imagine the nobles in the crowd are like, that thing did a middle finger, that thing did a middle finger. Is that their flag? What's going on?
It's our thing. Yeah. Oh, we need to get
do.
flags made up for the Spelljammers. They must take a note.
In the middle of combat, you're over here like scrawling on your hand.
I have a bonus action, illusory quill.
That is. Oh. Okay. We are going to go to the top of the round. Several things need to happen. Then I'm going to go pee. We're going to take a break.
Yes, please.
Initiative count 0, the bottom of the round. Drex, you're probably the only one that would notice. More figures falling from the sky.
Hopefully into my middle finger of light.
Bum, bum,
Oh, no.
break.
They seem very aware of that middle finger. Yeah, I'll find out. We're at the top of the round. We're going to go pee, take a break. I'll see you on too.
Damn.
Yeah.
2 quick things. When I cast the paralyzing or the hold monster, I did lose my alter self, and that glyph under the illusion is a 20-foot radius. Same AoE as a fireball. Not the same damage.
Did you upcast it?
What, the ward of
The glyph? Yeah, the ward said 10 feet. I thought.
the ward itself is 10 feet, but the explosive. I'll copy and paste the thing. I was just reading it.
Glyph
When
would be
triggered, the
good
glyph
job,
erupts a
Dylan.
magical energy in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the glyph. The sphere spreads around
Okay.
each creature in the area to make a dex save or take 5d8 damage, but damage type of my choice. I'm gonna say go. Let's go thunder.
That's interesting. So the glyph itself is 10, but the detonation zone is doubled.
Yeah, it's
But
like
it would be big. It would cover 40
think of it like a
feet total.
landmine. The landmine might be this big, but the explosion
So
is
I
big.
gotta move a little bit further away from that.
Yeah. Also, the one that's paralyzed
Let's find
under
out.
that middle finger is going to take damage at the end of each of its turns. We might be
Yeah,
able
well-
to avoid hitting that. And, well, it can't take reaction, so you could pop in, hit it, and pop out.
But I have to pop through the middle finger to hit it, so I'm not gonna do
But
that.
it doesn't happen when you enter it, just when you end your turn.
And technically, the middle finger is only 5 foot wide because
5
it's. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh,
5 foot
so
wide,
Awesome.
10 foot deep. You could reach into it 10 feet, for depending on which
I
side you're
just don't.
standing
So
on.
I can shoot it, but I'm not gonna pop in there with like a katana and try to get back out because I don't think I have the movement to maneuver that properly.
Well, I think you could, because it can't take reactions because it's paralyzed, and it only damages you with the light if you end your turn. So I think you're only like 10, 15
Oh,
feet away.
because I can stay inside the wall as long as I'm not like stopping my turn literally in the wall, right?
Correct. So it's 12 feet away,
Yes.
so you could pop it and then still move 18.
Oh, okay.
But some
Glad-
more things about to hit the ground. So let's see how that goes.
True.
You know, it's funny. I was just about to say, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spelljammer 998. As more figures descend from the sky, we reached the top of initiative. Zephyr, you're up. Randy, you're after. Randy, you're next, because I think the creature after you was Yapoth.
Was.
You mean blood bag,
Was
Go to
Yapoth.
edit his Wikipedia page. Was.
greasy smear?
Oh god.
Dead before he
Okay.
hit the ground.
About to say splattered like rain.
Yeah, landed in
Okay.
pieces.
A little bit of the blood hits my foot, and I just sort of like dip and lick it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh no, because he
So
died from
what
the
was
arrow.
it that-
He like pierced through and he's like pinned to a wall, like up behind us, like for all to see.
Like the fucking
So
Jeepers Creepers thing. Go ahead.
What
Zephyr.
was it that these got affected with?
Paralyzed.
So if you
Par-
hit them and you're within 5 feet, it's a critical hit. But they also
Oh.
automatically fail Dex and Strength save. Also,
Okay.
I forgot about this. I shouldn't have moved because we're supposed to be protecting those Autongnomes over there. So for what that's worth,
Fair. Okay, well, I can protect them by the best damage mitigation is killing the fucking enemy. So, hold on, let me see how far away they are. Shit. Okay. Starlight Step. Is it a action or it doesn't say
it's
it
a
is?
bonus action. It's the
It's
same.
a
as
bonus
Misty Step.
action.
The bonus action. That's what I was thinking. I was just looking at it on my page. Okay, so I'm going to let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to get over to these guys. Well, how far did you say I had to be from them to hit that get that crit if they're
I think it's
paralyzed?
5 feet.
Yeah, I
5
think
feet,
it has to be melee
I can
attack.
drop it into chat. I have
Melee?
it
Melee?
set up.
Starlight. Okay, I can get there with my Starlight between Starlight Stepping and all that.
And it has to be an attack roll, not like a save.
What are you
Oh,
gonna
shit.
hit it with? Because Eldritch Blast, I don't think
Eldritch
that constitutes
Blast?
as a.
Eldritch Blast is a spell attack, so I think that counts
Okay.
as long as you're within the 5 feet.
Yeah. Do. So hold on, let
I
me
would-
find my. I have a lot of spells to dig through now, so I got to find my Eldritch Blast. Okay,
And you have
hit
advantage.
him with the. Okay, that's well, I was gonna
22.
roll my. I mean, I was gonna roll my 2 hits. I forgot about the advantage that I was there.
Those both technically hit, so.
Yeah.
You technically rolled again because you only rolled a 4 and a 5, so the chances are you're going to roll higher on the other one. There's a 17
Yeah, I mean-
hit.
This guy's here. Let's find out. Make sure I'm on the right thing. It does.
That's a total of 21 damage.
That's it.
Spicy.
Oh, plus
fine.
crit. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say. So we've got 2 hits there. The 22 and the 17.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah.
That's
So
5,
18
10,
plus
14.
24.
Oh,
Right.
no, you don't double the modifier. So the first one's a 14 damage. The second one is
Let's see.
20.
So should she
So
just roll in
34
a
damage total.
couple extra? You double in the dice, or you just roll extra d10s. I don't know how you normally do that.
Well, either way, it's kind of the same. It's not really the same thing because of roll probability, but I usually just double the number because it's easier than rolling more dice. 34 is that what you said?
Yes, sir. 34 force.
All right. As Zephyr strolls up to I fucked it up.
Blasting.
Yeah, dude. Zephyr comes up blasting this paralyzed motherfucker. And it gets a solid chunk of damage off on this
He's
god,
got
which
that
is
hype from public speaking.
public speaking, which is ugly AF as you get up on it, Zephyr. Okay.
First trooper motherfucker.
I like it. I like it. All right, Randy, you're up because your paw is dead.
Cool.
Damn right he is.
Oh, it doesn't matter if I get advantage. I have exactly enough movement to get in here and get back out. You already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna katana this bad boy.
Get him.
Get him.
Sit.
18, and I also booming blade for the
15
recording.
hits.
Cool.
Did you get advantage anyway?
Yes.
Paralyzed. What's that song? Paralyzer.
Oh, yeah,
It's auto crit. I
You're
don't know if
11.
you double both of that, so you can count that as what? Oh, that's
Are they both dice you roll? You would double both of that.
yeah. So
Let me see here.
that's hard. I didn't roll that great overall.
Yeah, what's going on with this? Hold on. Why does your look funny?
He's just a funny dude.
1 plus 5. Where's the 1 coming from? 1d6 plus 5.
So I
You-
rolled a
you
1,
rolled
so double that to a
1.
2
Yeah.
plus 5.
Yeah. 7. Your
Not
sneak
the
attack
best.
damage is going to get double, which is 3 and a 1, which is 6 and 2, which is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15.
You got the thunder damage on there. So he takes 2 thunder damage. If he moves, he takes 4 more. I have another attack. I'm gonna attack again.
Damn.
That's a nat 20, which
You
is
take
like auto crit, but
Fuck yeah.
Crit plus crit.
Double crit.
So that's going to be
28.
5. Well, he doesn't get sneak attack again.
Oh, I see.
Technically, he only gets 11. Why is it 16? Oh, 16. Pardon. It doesn't math for
16
you.
total. Yeah, because if you click on it, it does the math for you if I crit there. So 16 more damage.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna move out of his range because I got fancy footwork and I got the movement.
He can't smack you back. Okay. Okay.
I hate
Solid.
to say this, but didn't you say at initiative count 0 enemies are popping up?
They're falling down, yes.
The next initiative count 0.
They were falling on the last initiative, count 0.
So they're going to fall the next one.
They're going to land on the next one.
I gotcha. Okay.
Oof.
Here's Wolf. You'll see. Y'all actually have a much better start than you could have had otherwise. It may not be as stressful as it could have been. We're about to find out. Well, I don't say about because I've got some shit to roll because you guys are fuckwads. It's okay. I love you guys. This guy here gets to make a wisdom save, right? Because they can do it at the end of each of their turns. They're paralyzed.
Yes, sir. DC 17.
Wait,
Oh, that was so close. That one rolled a 17. Holy shit. Which
But it
one
gets
are
a
you?
negative.
No, it doesn't get a negative. I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Oh, well, hold on. That was not... I didn't roll the right stab block. Oh, okay. Oh, it rolled even better. Where
Which
is...
creature's going?
I'm about to find out. I gotta figure out which one of these is B. This guy here... Oh, he didn't even have to roll. Hold on a second.
You can use that for the other one if you want.
Okay, this Hulk here breaks its save. Oh, I didn't mean to put a thing.
Hey, go ahead and kill it. That's fine.
But this one technically in front of you, Drix, is the one that gets to go next. And it's gonna do what they do. It's gonna take 2 hammer hand attacks on you. Let me make sure this. Oh, I didn't know it could do that. That's fucking cool. Anyway, here comes Drix. Me looking at a stat block I made. I didn't know it could do that.
I feel that though.
Oh,
You make it, you
Drix,
go away from it
buddy.
for a while, come back like, what the fuck?
All right. I don't know what it is about bugs in these Voidforge Hulk, but the first one was a nat 20. The second one was a 15, which I don't think hits you. But you take 26 bludgeoning damage from the critical hit. 23, pardon. as like as you go and you strike it, you hit it in the knee, and it kind of falls to its knee for a second, and it stands up with an uppercut with its sledgehammer hand, and just catches you right under the carapace, similar to Randy. The even with your psionic buffer in between you, it cracks a piece of your carapace.
How much damage did you say that was?
So with your psionic field, it's 21 points of damage. Okay, that's all I can do because that was both of its attacks. Now this guy gets to roll. There's one right after him that gets to roll. Wow, alright. They didn't do great, but one passed. Let me see here. B did not pass. Where's B? This guy does not pass. Where's D? Oddly enough, this guy does. All the way over here. Echo, you're up. Drix, you're on
Friendly
deck.
reminder that one under the finger takes damage because it's a light. It
Yep.
just-
His turn has not come up yet, but don't let me forget. Echo, you're up. Drix and Demos, you're on deck.
I will pick up my scimitar that I'm assuming is behind the stage,
For sure.
and then move 30 feet away from the Hulkbuster by Drix.
Maybe here. Oh, let me grab Drix. Let me grab Echo. You got what within 30 feet of it or 30 feet away? What do you mean?
30 feet away. Like, I don't know how big these tiles are.
You want to
be
move?
30 feet away. I want to summon my Echo, and it can't be more than 30 feet away from me. So I want to put my Echo next to the Hulkbuster, but keep the distance.
So if I move you
summoned it last
here,
turn, I think. If you
you did summon it. It's over here.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
See,
then I
but
can
what he's saying is it
re-summon
can't be more than 30 feet away. So he's trying to move close enough where his echo can be 30 feet away from the Hulkbuster.
Oh, so you're leaving that one, letting it disappear, and then popping a new one. I see.
Yes, popping in there.
Yeah, you can do that here. I'll fix all your stuff.
I'll
Continue.
move with you.
That's some bonus action.
You got it.
Some Echo. And then. Okay, I'm going to sharpshooter the Hulkbuster.
You want him here, or do you want him on the left side of Drix?
What do you have in this spot? Actually, left side of that.
Left side of Drix.
Yeah, present a target for that buggy boy.
Okay.
Alright, hit the Hulk, sharpshooter.
You
For
hit.
a 9 probably doesn't hit.
No, sir. I'm sorry.
And then, what about a 23?
23 does hit.
For 23 damage.
23 damage. Was the
And then-
Hulkbuster? All right.
Yeah, on the Hulkbuster. I'm going to, what's it called? Unleash Incarnation. Melee attack from the Echo's position.
Did it take you? It doesn't take you a bonus action to manifest the Echo again?
It did, but the Unleash Incarnation is whenever I take the attack action, I can make one additional melee attack.
Hurt.
It's a free action.
Let me know if that is to hit.
To hit the Hulkbuster is a 25,
That does hit.
and this Crystal Scimitar does an extra 1d8 radiant damage on top of what I'm about to roll.
Okay.
So 11 damage plus a d8 of 5, so 16 total damage. And
What'd you say that total was? Let me find that real quick.
16 damage from the scimitar and 23 damage from the arrow.
I got the 23 earlier. 16. That's a big chunk.
And that'll be my turn. Oh, wait,
Hell
I'll
yeah.
yell out to, I guess, the Thiles or Bree or somebody. Like, where's the firebolt? Like, get him the firebolt.
Yeah, for real. There's like 4 spellcasters over there. They're just chilling. Like,
Or, like, I mean, even the Autongnomes, like, what a better display of capabilities than
Well,
English.
the Autongnomes still look like whoever we disguise them as, I assume me and another spellcaster. But they could pop off stuff and still seem as us. Well, no, because we're all us.
looking
I
at
don't think we're gonna know.
the actual damn Autongnomes.
Oh, they have hats on. That's why they look that way. Okay.
Oh, I guess we've all
Anyway.
revealed ourselves, so now it's just like extra copies of us sitting in the seats. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
I want to know who they are. I want to know who they look like.
Technically,
Not that
I look like the Autognome.
I don't know. Yeah, everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Autognome got fucking aimed, dog.
now the two houses are like in a bidding war to see who can get that particular one. They're like, "That's the one I want."
Rick,
No
you're on Demos. You're on
artificer's
deck.
inspiration or nothing.
Hmm.
No artificer inspiration. Like bardic inspiration. Nothing. So a frag grenade, something.
Miles might pitch in if it gets rough.
Vera Cannith just pulls out a fucking pistol and shoots.
It's like a 40. It's
I'll
like
just find it. That's the end of my turn.
It's pink, like her.
Rick, you're up. Demos, you're on deck.
Randy just gives big hard eyes. He's like, "I knew it. I knew me and you were kindred
Oh.
spirits."
Hi, Drex.
All
What
right,
you
well.
got, brother?
Kind of pissed off at this Voidsphere bolt. I'm assuming that 19 hit.
Yes, sir. Nine damage.
I'm
What you got for bonus
Use
action?
my bonus action. You already know what's up. Script, what, 15?
I'm afraid not.
Oh.
At least that doesn't expend a resource, and you can try again next turn. All right.
Yeah, right. Hold on.
Okay, Drix, you take a massive uppercut to the stomach, and then almost immediately, use your hand to shove the sledgehammer away from your stomach, cross its arm across its body, and you bring your Githka down on its elbow joint, and you hear a cracking sound as you do a pretty solid chunk of damage to it. The dazzle kind of cuts up some of the leathery veins in its elbow. Anything else?
No, that's it.
You're up. And then
I am
chaos.
I'm gonna move just a few feet. I think it's about 15. Let me get my measurement out. 30 is right there. I'm gonna move. Come on. Motherfucker. Oh, it's Q. I see. I'm gonna move 10 feet. I'm gonna pop Rhymes Binding Ice. I need both of these motherfuckers down here to make a con save.
That's a gush and a thingamajig. Con save. And a kajigger. The Hulk passes, the Gauge does not.
Okay, so the Gauge has a movement speed of 0 and takes 21 damage. The other one takes 11 damage.
21.
Then
11.
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement speed. Move 20 feet back onto the stage.
Okay.
Oh, and as a bonus action, I'll convert some sorcery points. Oh wait, no, I haven't used any. Never mind.
This guy here, he gets to make a save, or he just takes it? It's a con save, right? For that beam of light he's standing in?
I don't think.
So he automatically fails strength and dexterity saves.
It just says a creature that ends its turn in the walls area takes 4d8. It doesn't say anything about.
Oh, because they can move out of it.
I think that's how Moonbeam is too, so that sounds right.
So can he move despite... he can't move because he's paralyzed, which is how it's different
so
from
he's just gotta eat it.
incapacitated. Yeah, he does have to eat it.
You want me to roll
He
that
gets
radiant damage?
No, I saved it on your token. It was 25. I can't imagine. That's got to be over half, surely. Where did the 60 come from?
Oh,
Fuck
that was
you.
me because my wall of light has a thing where I can essentially pull from it, and it loses 10 feet each time. So out of 60 feet.
Okay, so I put 25 in the third bubble
Yeah.
because that was how much damage it did.
Right.
So it doesn't get to make a save for half damage. It just takes it.
No, it just eats it.
Did
Okay.
you know that you
Okay.
can cast a spell out of that to hit any creature within 60 feet for additional damage on your turn?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It takes 10. It takes 10 feet from the wall itself.
No, no,
Use
but
me.
Blade
It's
drops.
lit.
like until the spell ends, you can use an action to launch a beam of radiance from the wall at one creature you can see within 60 feet of it, and then you get to make a ranged spell attack and do additional damage. So you can hit things outside of the wall.
That does
Oh,
take
yeah,
an
no,
action,
like-
but that's 48 damage. That's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Does take it an action? I figured it would take a resource.
Oh, that's great for a warlock spell too, because you only have 2 spell slots, so you can fucking. That's. I
So
picture
it's-
like off popping up,
Like-
using it as bullets. Like,
This thing just turned into a laser show. Like you could literally launch a laser beam out of the wall and hit something else within 60 feet of the wall as your action.
we
Oh,
are
yeah.
in a literal coliseum. I think.
Yeah, and I didn't narrate this. But I kind of pictured it to be darkness instead of light. Like
You
it
know,
is
honestly,
pure
probably.
black instead of light because of Zephyr's shtick. You know, like it's like
It's like
Pride's
dark.
fucking little shadow dart.
Oh shit!
things.
Yeah.
Ooh, without the eyes. The eyes are creepy AF. I hear you laughing over there.
I'm not laughing at you. I would never do that.
Anyway, so we
Yeah,
rolled a
do that
19 on his
bullshit.
wisdom save. Joseph's bullshit. So it did roll a 19 on its wisdom save. The good news is that's at the end of its turn, so it still takes that 25 damage, and it can't move because it makes that roll at the end of its turn. Or C. I didn't know where he is where I rolls. Oh, C is okay. He's the only one you didn't stun. Finally! Interesting. You know, it's really funny. It's really funny that you paralyze them, actually.
I thought it was funny too.
I'm glad.
Haha. Haha.
Joanne, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Demos, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh damn! It's Demos' turn to saving throw.
I got a +3. Oh,
The
that's
wisdom?
a 5. I'm gonna take a lucky. Oh wait. Yeah, no, I am gonna take a lucky. That's an 18. Does that pass?
Mm-hmm.
I won't use my favorite.
Demos, you feel your body begin to lock up. Maybe not lock up. It's not a whole person. You feel as for a second your fingers and your hands go numb. You feel just the second of your concentration slipping before you steel yourself. Maintain your concentration and regain control of your limbs. So instead,
One second. Would have this been paralyzed or restrained?
yes,
Can
yes.
the charge of my wand to make a roll? So,
You're cutting out real hard. I cannot understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry. So, the wand of binding lets me use a charge to make advantage on a check to avoid being paralyzed or restrained. So
Okay.
that 18 would have been my advantage. Can I keep that lucky point?
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Since you caught it for your turn ended, for that interaction ended, it is going to move its, since that didn't work, sad face, it's going to move its 30 feet. I hope it can reach. It's going to, I think this is, yeah. It's going to float its buggy self over here to Zephyr,
Oh.
and it's going to try to
Oh
chomp
my
on you with its mandibles.
Zephyr, get out of there!
He's coming right for you.
Does a 15 hit Zephyr?
No.
About to say, I think you got some armor recently, right?
I did. I beefed myself up.
Yeah, so stares at Demos for a second, is unsuccessful, locking him down. Skitters over and like rears up and tries to chomp on you, Zephyr, and it gets you. And you're ready for the pain. You're so used to it, but it can't click through your new armor. You find yourself standing there with the mandibles wrapped around you, but no significant damage.
I just like to think that the entire audience, like all these women, see Zephyr fighting 3v1 and just swoon.
Oh yeah.
Breeze over here fanning.
Speaking
herself
of these
on
fucking
initiative
audience
0.
members, where are those fucking spellcasters from the other school, you fucking pussies?
Now running away, it is chaos out there, with the exception of some others. Maybe at the initiative 0, y'all will narrate some things. Y'all notice some things. This guy, A, where's A? He's the one that passed because we used his other roll. How far can he get? You know, actually, he sees that you're 2v1 there, Zephyr. He doesn't have to take any steps. Let me see here. Castlevania theme hurts. He's going to take a couple of steps forward. He's probably going to use 2 javelin arm attacks. Spoiler alert. Let's have to see.
What's his passive? Because I am hiding.
Oh, are you?
There, yeah.
Oh no, Demos,
Is
you're
also
the
behind
only
stage?
one.
Is the stage raised? Does that count for any cover?
Yeah, that one is raised. The one in front of him. That's a good question about cover. He's gonna have to use all his movement speed to get up to you. Close enough to shoot you, but he's gonna shoot you twice.
Bring it.
Bloop. Bloop. First one looks like it's a 17.
Shield.
Okay. Next one with a 13.
Good.
As Demos literally throws a hand up, one of the javelins breaks over his shield, and the second one goes wide. This is initiative count 0. So, you guys watch as in the midst of this confrontation, you guys already destroyed their leader. Yapoth was dead upon arrival. As you begin to tangle with these big, bulky, beetle-looking things in these Void Forge, you guys, they wouldn't be hiding themselves. Oh man, so many things are gonna happen. Here we go, y'all. GM layer. As 2 more Void Forge land, settle themselves down upon the ground. I think these guys actually do have flying speed. I'll have to check that. Bloop. Where's the other guy? Motherfucker. We've moved so many tokens around, I've lost my other token.
Can I panic now?
I mean, you can, but it might get worse first, so save your panic. It really just depends. Yeah. I'll put him right here. Okay, these guys land, in addition. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know where I want to do this in. Here we go. The other 2 also land. So, let me do this real quick. Demos and Zephyr.
Oh.
You guys watch as the advanced Warforged land. They tilt their heads a little bit. Demos and Zephyr, the little creepy spiky. Oh, technically they're gonna attack you first. These little the Watchers, these little homunculus-eyed, spiky metal creatures materialize next to you.
Gross.
And they're both going to take their attacks on you as they land. They get advantage for this because they can't see you? Because you can't see them? You know, we're going to say it doesn't matter.
We do have a wand of, or a rod of surprise, or something of surprise.
That only prevents surprise rounds.
Oh, you're right.
And the surprise condition, good point. But it doesn't stop them from getting what I think would be advantage. It doesn't matter. They both rolled a 20. That doesn't hit you, does it, Demos?
A 20 meets with my shield.
Okay, so it doesn't matter anyway. You're both going to take...
Oh, Zephyr, you do have a shield as well, because you have your collar.
Yeah, I can shield.
So take a...
roll a 20 against me?
Mhm.
They both
It
roll
takes a
20s?
reaction.
Okay.
It does take a reaction. I think you're out. They did roll 20. Would shield put you over? They get advantage, so I'm going to roll 1 more if shield puts you over.
Shield does not put me over, but I think it does put Barb over.
Let's go ahead and roll that just in case. 23.
Or what's your new AC?
Wait, what?
I think it was
What's your AC
17
plus 5?
before
Add
shield.
5, yeah, add 5 to your AC for using shield.
5. God, I got a math. Hold on. 5. 3. 22. 2?
Oh.
22.
So
It hits
close.
both. It just barely passes
Yeah.
our shield. That's appropriate for things materializing out of thin air, though. I like
Yeah,
that.
they just, in real, what Demos can put together pretty quickly, the invisibility spell has been dropped on them.
I almost
Uh,
prepped some invisibility, too.
And as they tear into you, you take here. Let's do it this way, so I don't do my math wrong. It's 6 slashing damage and 14 sneak attack damage. So you both take whatever that is added together. I think it's 20. I think it's 20.
6 plus
Yeah.
20? Because I can't math either.
It is 20.
Okay.
We've all been there. It's okay. And then they're going to use their bonus actions to disengage.
Bitches.
No,
Cowards.
they're not. Screw that. Why would they run? They're going to try to fuck you up next turn. During its first... Here. I'm going to read this to you guys. I knew there was a reason these things were more dangerous, which is why I scrolled up on the stat block. During its turn, the creature has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn. Never mind. I got excited for no reason. Y'all are about to get crit on. It's not going to happen now. Thankfully. Yeah, oh fuck. At the last little thing that happens is as the invisibility spell fades, these two advanced Warforged, spoiler alert, they're Warforged Abductors, will use their last magical ability. Maybe not last, but they'll use a magical ability they can only use once per day called Summon Void Elemental. And they will summon two of...
Is that a spell?
Is that
It is a creature ability.
Can it be a spell?
Cannot be a spell. It is the Forbidden Fleshlights. I'm trying to get input where you can see
Oh,
it.
gross.
I would like to
And
cast
the other one's
counter creature
how
ability.
far away is that?
Is that odd?
It is Oz standing right there.
Oz, get the fucking work.
I think the other one would be summoned probably right about here because they can move a good bit of space. Yeah, so all of that happens at the bottom of the round. Oh, I didn't mean to click run encounter. Fuck me. We go back to the top of the round. It's Zephyr's turn. As lots of shit happens, Zephyr. Oh, chaos. There is chaos everywhere. The crowds, like, literally trampling people to try to get out of here. But this is kind of a skyway kind of deal. Most of the way to get out is through air taxis and things of that nature. So, mass chaos. Some people falling off the edges. Some people jumping off the edges. Some people, like, literally shoving other people.
The Wilhelm scream. Ah!
Yeah, so it is absolute chaos. Zephyr, what you got?
Okay, let's see. We're gonna take a little bit off. Let's see, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit off the tip of my pillar of darkness. We're gonna launch it. I think at this guy that just dropped down. He spooks me, so we're gonna launch it at him. Let me.
That is just within 60 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, so, whoops, I was looking at my thing. So, that is... I make a ranged spell attack. Do you want me to roll like an Eldritch Blast to hit?
Ooh,
That'll be the same modifier, yeah.
Yeah, well, wouldn't it? Because they don't give you anything special for Eldritch Blast. Do it.
So, I rolled the Eldritch to hit?
Yeah. Let's see.
Eldritch Breath.
That was a 21 to
Eldritch
hit.
Tentacle. That hits.
Okay, so let me, hold on, click the thing on the spell so I can roll damage because it gives me a little 4d8 radiant. Maybe, did it click? Oh, it did click that first one. Sorry. That was 18 damage.
Max damage according to Roll20.
Nice.
Okay,
Solid.
and then I
not
get a
max
bonus action still, right?
One of them got an 8.
You do have bonus action still. Okay,
Yeah,
took an
we're
action.
gonna
Yeah.
shove him.
Okay. Away from you, I'm assuming. As Zephyr do.
That's a 16 to hit him.
It hits.
Alright, let me roll damage. For 5 damage and 5 away.
All right. I like to think it's almost simultaneous. Like the bolt of darkness lances off of the walls the same time you lash your foot out and Eldritch blast it, and it just gets battered backwards away from you. Anything else?
That's all she wrote.
Most will shout that I can provide some artillery support, but you're in the middle of it.
Randy, you're up. Echo, you're on deck.
Um.
After some creatures, I should say. Some of them might still be stunned.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do what I did last round. I think I'm just gonna pop up. This guy's not held anymore, but that's okay. think I'm just gonna swing.
Swing from. Sorry.
It's a 16
That
hit?
does, just so you know, that does mean he's going to get an opportunity attack if you step out of the light.
Not
or
him.
technically,
Not me.
What?
He has a rogue ability. If he smacks it, he can just step away.
oh, nice. Love that.
16.
Love that for you.
Degage hits.
Die. 15 damage and a booming blade. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to clear it beforehand.
I mean, you get it. Got it. Randy cuts it down with the help of Zephyr's Pillar of Darkness. Randy, you make some fucking gaj yakitori over here. You cut it into shish kebab slices.
Okay, I dip back out of the light. That's so.
Yeah.
Part of my action is the attack. Do I get? Like, can I shoot a bullet as my second attack?
Yes. Because of the way extra attack works. Yes, you can.
But I can't
I'll
do
double check
shatter
that.
because that's a full action. It's just like I could shoot a bullet
Yes,
or
sir.
take a swing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not within range of that guy. Didn't mean to do that.
Oh, don't do that.
I will take a pot shot at the Hulkbuster here.
Okay.
Boom cannon, don't fail me now.
Just as like a, I don't know if you know this because you don't have the spell. Shatter does things that are made of metal get disadvantage. Just for what that
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get within range of them, like, creepily. 14 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to throw a necrotic round in that, too, to give a 1d4. That's just a 1. But one's 1.
It does look cool. The bullet hole looks cool. There's like this green, glowy, kind of icky cracks along the metal as you push into its shoulder. I think it's a green tracer round.
That's kind of how I feel about it too. Exactly that. It's like, because you said I could use it to track, I was like, I imagine it's like a green tracer round that just leaves like a gross necrotic smoke like oozing out of the hole.
I kind of thought about it because y'all produce this. I think it's like a scent thing. You can smell where your dazzle is or sense where that dazzle is since you produced it. 24. Put that in your little bubble.
Did, and I used the rest of my movement to get like just behind the stage, just sort of orient myself for next round.
All right. This guy here has been tangling with Drix. Doesn't like that there's a second adversary, but also Drix has given it to him. Oh, Drix, here it comes. It's hit you once. You've hit it. You've done most of the damage to it. I don't think it's as worried about the echo. Does 20 hit Drix?
I'm gonna assume that's probably a yes.
Unless something changed, his AC was the same as mine previously, which was a
Oh
19.
yeah, sorry,
So.
I was muted. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, he rolled 2 20s. You take 17 total for both attacks. You've got several hits on it, and it exchanges blows with you with its big hammer for a fist. That is all I can do. Is now this guy's turn. Let me see here. How about this guy still? Oh yeah, this guy's not in great shape. What did you do to this one? What's the sleep?
He has a movement speed of 0, and I think he's still paralyzed.
There we go. That's it. So he can't do anything till the end of his turn. So he has to make that wisdom save, which is the end of his turn, which kind of sucks for him. That's the second time you rolled a 1 on that.
That means he's paralyzed for an extra turn, right?
I was talking
Oh,
about Drake.
I'm
so
sorry.
Technically,
Well, how does this work? It's an item casting it. Do I still have concentration? Because I just took 20 damage, so I have to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
But if
if
the
you
item
only went
cast
to
it,
step before,
you're not casting it, right?
I'm casting it through a wand. I don't know how that works. I know some items will hold concentration for you. I don't know if wands do.
You cast an actual spell from an item. It requires your concentration. This is specified on page 141 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. The spell uses its normal casting time, range, and duration, and the user of the item must concentrate if the spell requires concentration.
So I have to make a DC 10 Constitution save because I took 20 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly fast. So okay, he's still paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only damage.
He rolled a 16, which I don't think is enough.
Oh, that's one short.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought he
Yay.
rolled in that one.
No, Drix rolled an out one on a sonic power to reduce
I-
that damage. Again, that kind of sucks.
The
I'm
second time
sorry.
in a row.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben. That sucks. You do have an extra dice, though. Don't forget. I couldn't figure out how to note that on your character sheet.
Yeah, I have like 7 of those fuckers.
Good. Use them. You get them back on long rest? Use them. If it's long rest, maybe don't use them as much. Anyway, I've lost the turn tracker. I'm sorry. You're probably all as confused as me. Joke's on me. I'm always confused. Gosh, D.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always
I'm
confused.
always confused. Aha! So this guy here, looks like he's no longer paralyzed, he's missing the thing, is gonna try to bite Echo's. Can use his mandibles and go chomp. 24. Which I'm
Yeah, he
pretty
just
sure.
did.
Yeah, it just goes poof. I'll move him kind of over here next to you. I'll put an X on him for now till you summon him again. But
I'm gonna summon him right now.
it does take a chop, and as Echo's make sure it doesn't have a range, 60 feet. As Echo's Echo fades away, you watch Echo as your Echo disperses, and its weird insectoid eyes lock onto yours. I need you to make a DC. Excuse me. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. Almost did the
Ooh.
thing again.
Do we get to do that as an attack?
Right.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. First one save with a -1. 13. Now, 1 second, because I'm indomitable. I'm assuming 13 fails.
Wait, I make that a 16 plus whatever you get to add to it.
-1.
Is it 15 pass?
15. Echo, you do manage to have the same feeling of pins and needles in your ankles and your feet, and you reassert your will over your body and manage not to be paralyzed or restrained or whatever it might be. Echo, you're up. Drix, you're on deck.
Alright. I'm going to bonus action, put the Echo right back where he was,
Okie doke.
and sharpshooter, Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
First for a 21.
21 does it.
And that will do 17 damage.
Heard. Okay. All right.
He's still alive.
It is still alive.
Barely.
It does not look great. It is definitely staggering around. Drix has done a solid chunk of damage to it.
Alright, I will melee attack him with that.
Let's see.
For a
Oh, it's up here. 18 does hit.
with 6 damage plus my D8 radiant for 6 plus 8, 14 damage.
14 damage. It is hanging on by a thread at this point. As first an arrow takes it like under the breastplate, and then Echo's scimitar slams into its hip. It kind of collapses down onto one knee, kind of now maybe face level with Drix. I believe it's
got
your.
one last.
You got one more?
Yep. I'm gonna regular shot.
Okay.
19
It does hit.
for 13 more damage.
As it collapses, the last arrow catches it through its skull. Like, it doesn't even really have eyes, so Echo just aimed for the forehead, and it goes through its. Well, I guess it has to be the eye socket, or it'd be too hard. Anyway, right through the head. It didn't do the thing. It kind of collapses down onto its knee and then just falls over backwards.
That's the end of my turn.
Neat. Drix, you're up. Demons are on deck.
Alright, I'm gonna turn my attention to That bug fucker. And that 20. Ooh, and that 20.
Ooh, and a nat 20. Let's see here. Yeah, unfortunately, 15 doesn't hit, but roll that nat 20 and roll 20. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay, let's see here.
You hit the right thing.
So,
I didn't double anything.
yeah, let's try this, see if it's any better. It is better.
11 plus 7 is 18.
Alright, Drix. Drix, you like, it falls, and Drix, without hesitation, takes one step over, and then just slices up with his Githka and takes almost takes a leg off of it with the sharp dazzle he has added. And the dazzle kind of sets into its blood. You see the kind of veiny, glowing strands run up its arm from the necrotic damage. You got anything else, Drix?
The spiritual weapon bonus attack. Ooh, 20.
Mm-hmm. That hits. All
Additional
right.
six.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You get a pretty solid chunk off of it. You smash it when you cut a leg off with your Githka, infect it with necrotic damage, and then the spear comes up and just skewers the what's left of that leg. Drix is going to dismantle this bigger bug, and then maybe
Only one bug can survive. It's like
Bug
Highlander.
fight.
Say it again. I'm sorry, Drix.
No, I just said bug fight.
Bug fight. Demos, you're up.
I am going to start with a breath weapon. I think I'm going to do the inveterating breath that'll paralyze him. Double check my DC on that. Metallic breath weapon. Con save of 14 on this ugly, creepy thing.
I'm sorry, paying that again. I've got too much shit on my roll 20 screen.
Thanks, man. Con save of 14 for the creepy.
Oh, I see. For the one in front of you.
The one right by you. Yeah.
Okay. Con save. The Watcher.
Yes.
11.
Ooh, that fails. So he's incapacitated, which I believe means he can't take reaction, correct?
I would have to check the condition.
That's
I've
right.
got that up. I'll look for you. Can't
that
take
right?
actions or react. Oh, where'd my character sheet go? Fuck. Sorry about that. So then I'm gonna move. Cute thing.
See. Step on your own word. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's a hostile creature. I've heard of that very specifically. I am gonna move up here. Fuck. Trying to get the big guy to fall into it, but I want this little guy to fall into it too. But I can't without being too close to it. To go boom boom. I will, as I walk by Randy, say you might want to back up a bit, and then I'm gonna cast a fireball. I'm doing a circle that's in between the two spiky dudes and the big fucker. So from I think it's right here.
Yep.
Those three.
They all make dex saves?
They all make dex saves, correct? That one's incapacitated, which I believe does not affect it whatsoever. Never mind.
Been there. Alright. Dex saves for these guys.
I'm going to do this at 4th level.
What is the DC?
Oh, that's a lot of 2s. My wizard DC is 17. Oh, that's average damage. Okay.
17. Okay. Alright, neither one of them pass, actually. But it only takes half damage because they have evasion.
14.
Well,
I
were
should have thought of that.
were you
I
doing
wanted
it
to pop
between the two
ones down,
spotty
but I
guys?
forgot I also want to put it from.
I thought you were gonna try to like do it in a triangle right here to get all three of them.
He
That's what I
did.
I wanted to get the 3 down here by Zephyr, but Zephyr is in the
Right.
line of fire, so not gonna do that to the homie.
Yeah, that may not end well for Zephyr. Come on, Dex saves not gonna be good for this thing. Oh! They rolled a nat 20. Somehow, some way, it only takes the half damage. The Void Forge Hulk is just so big, like the heat doesn't seem to affect it in the way it should. Just makes the outside of it red and scary. Now you're afraid
So-
if it smacks you with a hammer, it's gonna hurt.
So he passed and the 2 failed, but they have evasion. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's still 42 points of damage. I'm okay with that. And I'll stay back here. Oh, I'm sorry. I did use a quickened spell to do that as a bonus action. That's why I was able to use my breath weapon.
All right, this guy. Is he dead? Is he not? Is he still paralyzed? Where'd he go? Dead. Let me mark this so I don't forget that later. 0.75 damage, y'all. This guy is alive. Here we go. You're all so far away. Except Zephyr. Alright, Zephyr. He's gonna try to bite you. He's gonna get you. You're gonna get the mandible attack. 15 doesn't hit Zephyr, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I think this one's already looked at Demos, because the other one is paralyzed, which means it doesn't have... It's gotta do a thing. Oh, 6!
Oh no! And it's not even an action to do that, so it gets to make attacks. That's fucked.
Well, they don't really have actions. It's part of its multi-attack.
I got you.
Well, but it did get it back. Does he have the start of that? Let me make sure. How does recharge work? I think it is. I think you're right. I'll look it up in a second. It would have done that first, though. Go ahead and make the wisdom save for me, Zephyr. I think you're the only one it can reach.
I'll look up the recharge thing for you, my dude.
14. Zephyr, again, same thing. Pins and needles in your extremities before you man up. Every one of y'all today, stoning up. Like fucking... Y'all all got balls of steel as this thing attempts to remove the will from your body. It cannot.
Surprisingly enough.
Zephyr has so little will that it can't draw it out. Like,
It's how to paralyze someone that's does not give shit about his own life. Let me see here. 22, 32. Oh, that's his ally. Echo's so far away. Oh, it doesn't know it's there. Here we go. Prepare yourselves. This guy here is gonna make his way up to the stage, take a big step over it, stand up on it, and tower. Oh, Randy's hidden. So it would try to keep moving. Interesting. So we're gonna stop here real quick, because doesn't it trigger your thing? Doesn't it trigger your glyph, Demos? If it walks straight ahead.
Yes, it does. That does hit Randy, unfortunately.
So and this is the worst part, is it can't see Randy, but it sees you. And it's walking towards you and walks over your glyph. What do you need to roll for that? What do you need to do for that? Because it's going to take that damage too.
But I'm going to roll up and check. Yeah, glyph of warding. Makes a dexterity saving throw or takes 5d8.
So I gotta make that dexterity saving throw too, am I right?
Yeah, but you have evasion, so that's a plus.
Uh-huh.
I don't, but I also rolled a 23, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So what's that damage?
You take 0. It takes 20 points of thunder damage.
20. Does he take 0 or half?
Does who?
Randy.
Randy? Takes
Yeah.
0 because he has evasion, right?
He doesn't have
No,
evasion.
I don't
Takes
have
half.
evasion.
Oh, you're a rogue?
Yeah, but I'm not level 5 yet in Rogue.
Oh, I thought it was level 2 that you get that. Okay. So, Randy, you take 10, unfortunately.
Doesn't matter, whatever.
Whatever he says. Of course, it does this, and having no clue the glyph is up there, it strolls up, steps up on the stage. The thunder damage blasts out. I guess you're still hidden, Randy. I don't think that would change that.
I mean, I might take the damage, but I still rolled a 24. I don't know what you want me to do.
He passed, so he didn't say fuck.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. So it can't really see you. So it's going to use the rest of its 10 movement speed to kind of step off the stage. Let me see here what its range is. It can't move much further. I guess it doesn't matter either way.
But, so he moved down off the stage. Like, how much movement would he actually have to go down and then back up towards Deimos?
Well, the way I'm picturing it now is he's still standing in between the two stages.
Mhm.
And it looks like he's close enough to smack Deimos with his hammer.
He does
even if
pass the illusion's AoE, so it does get an opportunity attack. Not really, but that would be fine.
Let's say it's an illusion. And really doesn't
Illusion's
matter
still just there, like, after the explosion, just perfectly fine. We're showing
I
off
think
the
it's
indestructibility of these things. Like,
that's a good point. I can think most everyone panicking AF. Maybe like 3 people still sitting in their seats thinking it's part of the show. Like,
that powerful.
And,
Can we make a deception check to make them think this is part of this?
you are getting 2 hammerhand attacks there, Deimos.
Bring it.
First one is a 24.
Oh, yeah, that'll hurt.
The second one is a 19.
I will shield again for that one.
Okay. Took 13 bludgeoning damage from the first one.
I'm feeling it.
And I guess it's so funny. It's right next to Randy, but like I think he has to look around for people until he attacks. He doesn't know where it is. That fucking carapace. The fucking carapace. At the bottom of the round.
See you soon,
Initiative
ho.
count 0. You say that. Initiative count 0. The other attack party gets to go.
Oh man, what?
So, these guys here get to go first. These guys here, the Forbidden Fleshlets.
Oz actually has that one under control. He's good.
I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is this? Let me see here. They can move so much. All right, here we go. So it moves 21 feet. It literally it manifested by one of these Voidforge abductors. Swarms itself into the collected group sitting off in the chairs and uses its gravity ability. Each of them needs to make a strength saving throw or be swept up in the elemental void's gravity.
That bullshit again.
Yeah, that bullshit again. Oh man. Deimos is like, why not me?
So Deimos is just watching all the people not fighting, getting swept up. Like, God damn it, guys.
That's a veritable horde of VIPs right there. And they even think the Autongnomes are you guys. So they don't even know that those are Autongnomes. You know, they think that there's 2 of you sitting over there. Or, well, 2 things that look like y'all, I guess.
Since they're being attacked, can they retaliate, like, at some point during the next round?
They're technically civilians, except for maybe...
No, those you
Thiles.
said earlier that Thalius, or whatever his name is one of the most powerful spellcasters in Eberron.
Those were like-
And you have
those
an
were like
artificer, a
maybe
two
Thiles.
spellcasters. And 2 Autongnomes that know Firebolt.
Let's roll these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's roll these real quick. We'll see what happens.
That tornado ran through the middle of the crowd. Good luck.
Sharknado.
Yeah, it did. 2,
Welcome
10,
to
20,
Kansas,
16,
baby.
4, 19, 4. Oh my.
Oz, aren't you literally
Oh,
like a
my.
protection droid or some shit?
Yeah, he does a lot more paperwork. He does protect him. That's not true. Not in the last 2 weeks. They might get some responses here in just a second, but it looks like 3 of them are gonna fail. All right. So let's make this fun. Yeah, let's make this fun. I cannot remember who the fuck this is, but also where the fuck is Calden? There he is. All
Calden.
right, there he is. Oh, okay, yeah. Calden, one of the Autongnomes, and Bree gets swept up into this elemental's gravity. You all have seen this before. Their feet come off from under them. They're stuck floating, and technically it does damage. You know, they look beat up. I'm not gonna actually apply
Does
that
it?
or roll that. Yeah, and actually it's
I don't
funny
think it
because I used it last time and like forgot to apply the damage to you guys and didn't remember until Zephyr got swept up. And so I was like, nah,
Oh,
it
that's
doesn't do damage to Zephyr either because I forgot. I didn't forget this time, but needless to say, the 3 that are swept up are not looking good. For lack of a better term, you know, I don't want to say dropped, but they're or not unconscious and not dropped, but as close as you could get to it. As the gravity it comes in and uses this ability, and they're kind of smashed into its gravity. And that was just that one. This one is going to move all the way.
For flavor, who got the 20?
Thiles.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be a good he mans up too. He's like, oh shit, here we go.
We told you.
This one is going to move into this cluster here and going to do the same thing. I don't think they can't roll very well. I mean, I'm going to roll those real quick. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I don't want to roll all those, goddammit. 6, 3, 7, 6, 4, 3, 12. Oh, thank you. I was wondering why that 12 was green. I was like, excuse me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fail. 7 fail. As the other one reaches over here and collects off the ground 7 of these husks. Not husks. These are just the not special ones, right? And then our little friends out here that can cast spells.
Oh, anybody.
They make their compatriots, their little their little watchers. I turn them invisible again. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me make sure they can actually do that. That may not be possible. Show me the spell. Give me the spell.
They are 70 feet away. I don't know what the range of invisibility is.
Oh, that's a good point too. I had to make sure. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So they're not concentrating on this. Perfect. You said 60 feet on visibility. I can get that pulled up much faster.
Oh, I don't know what the range on it is.
Oh, it's touch actually.
You'll love this.
I know what they're gonna do, but I'm gonna make you wait till next week.
Ah,